Hello, everyone. We are live. 1 minute late. We apologize.
How dare you?
How dare I?
Hey, John.
Yes.
In your DM, will that stand work for these cameras?
Checking. And also looking at Ashlyn's mini
You don't
novel.
need to read that yet.
No, I will. Sorry.
Okay.
I will, Ashlyn. Yeah.
My Brio came with a little mount that you can just put on the back of your
Yeah, but
Spite now, he's
I
reading.
I am, yeah. I don't spite,
I got the
Amanda.
cam.
Amanda, that's mean. I don't spite. I'm not a spiteful person.
vengeful.
Damn.
Yeah. No, neither. I like justice. I like fairness.
I can get in par with that. It's like how Becca attacks me all the time. And I
Wait,
just
Rory,
and
you
I
just
take
got
it.
married, bro. Like back off, back off,
And I just
I
take
don't
it.
attack you. You deserve to be bit. It's justified.
See, she doesn't deny it. So one of these times, the lights just shut off, and at the
Stronghold D&D, thank you so much. Whoa! Awesome stream. Follow those folks. All right, so... Okay. Yeah, good stuff. I'll respond to both of you after the stream. But thank you for those.
Literally no rush. It was just in my brain,
Well,
and if I didn't type it,
I like to know what's in your brain. It helps me be a better DM. So I'm good with
To
it.
be fair, Ashlyn, there's a possibility of it happening this episode, I'm sure.
There is a possibility. Yes,
fair.
it is.
of you dying. What?
Well, every
much.
time,
That's
yes. I mean, I'm not a killer DM, but anything can happen. And as we begin tonight,
Did anyone else level up today?
well, hold on.
Yes.
Wait.
No.
Clock is twice as cool now.
Wait. We'll do that. Hold on.
I was just curious.
everyone do it all right now.
Okay, stress
Drawn out more.
No, I am
Pressure.
so.
Pressure.
Do I seem stressed? I am not stressed. I am not
No,
at
you
all.
don't.
No, but just be patient
Woosah.
so our fans can
Woosah.
enjoy.
Boo, patience.
Boo, patience. Wow. Well
Boo.
said. Here we go, team.
Blue
Sea of
patience?
Dark Sun, Red Omelet. Let's play some D&D tonight, my friends. Here we go.
D&D.
3, 2, and 1. All right, team. All the cameras in the right spots. Missing Josh tonight, but he will be back with us next week. We'll have a full crew, which will be great to have next week, the entire team. We've been a little bit hit and miss with folks that are having all kinds of various real life stuff happening.
California people.
No. I mean, he's not even he's like Hollywood. That's different. All
I
right.
know he doesn't see a difference.
Hey, it's still the working hours for me and Josh. So like,
Well, it's 5:05, so I'm like 5 minutes past working hours.
it's
Yeah,
3:05 here.
3:05 right now.
All right, so you're saying I need to change this stream to like 7 to 10 at night, my time.
To be fair, I have to request this entire day off of work so that way I can be here. So,
Really?
I don't work Tuesdays so that way I can be on stream. Because I work until 6 in the evening.
Did I mention the extra 1,000 XP that you have? That's awesome. All right, thanks. Oh, we got a hype train going. Let's go, guys. Thank you so much, everyone. All right, so let's jump quickly into what happened last time, because it's been a minute, and we've all been busy. We've had virtual Greyhawk Con. All of us have real life things happening, but I want to jump back into the story. As I mentioned last time, we will have Richard Baker joining us here very soon. He and I are trying to figure out when is the right time. You know, like make sure it makes sense. Should he be a villain? Should he be a hero? An NPC? He and I will figure that out.
Aren't the heroes and villains that aren't us NPCs?
Well, okay. Ashlyn,
neutral.
why you got to do that? Okay, you want to fight tonight. Okay.
Josh isn't here.
Did I say
someone
minus
has to.
1,000 XP, Nida? I meant that. Like minus 1,000 XP.
I have a character idea for you, Jonathan. I need to run by you.
Okay.
Picture this, right? It's a creature that has a body of a dinosaur. Don't freak out. It's like T-Rex style, but it has the appearance of a deer.
That makes no sense.
Like a furry.
That makes no sense. What do you mean?
Makes no sense. Are you sure? Look up a kangaroo.
Yeah, John, you caught on to it faster than I did because she pulled this on me earlier this week.
All right. When your players want to
an a-hole.
F with you. That's a great way to start the stream tonight. That's awesome. All right. John, tell us what happened last time.
Okay, and in Grand Spirit, once again, you're going to get a summary that doesn't actually tell you anything that happened the last stream.
No, it will.
So you know.
In its own way.
Okay. Let me get spun up here real quick.
You're still really quiet, John.
I'm quiet?
Not to me.
It's
Everyone
like
else?
muffled.
That's what I said earlier. You was quiet.
Weird.
Yeah, because if I wear headphones, Birchfield,
just-
John, you're super loud. So.
Well, okay, let me turn mine down. Hang on. I did that before, but I can do it again.
Okay, it's going to my headset. My headset seems fine. Ask the viewers. Is it a
All right, so mine's down
Oh,
check?
you
check,
sure?
check.
Your volume didn't change, John.
just now.
Not to us.
No?
Didn't change.
All right, so
I
let me
haven't
try
done
this.
anything.
Hang on.
I've never had.
A little bit. Mm-hmm.
You've got a great mic, and
Wow, okay. Let me
it
drop.
sounds wonderful. It just means I can't turn my speakers up very loud.
Okay. All right. I'll talk quietly, everyone. Turn up your mics, and you can listen
Is this the
as
ASMR?
I am.
John, does your mic get closer to your mouth?
ASMR.
Polar.
I am the
Polar.
quiet.
Is it
I am.
mine?
I am the
I can't
Careful, when I
quiet.
move it,
hear.
sometimes it does like a
Quiet
crackle thing.
DM. No? Hello?
Check.
Check, check.
A little bit
Check.
louder.
Little.
Or you're just talking about it.
Have you seen Josh
I
swallow
have
his
one
mic?
volume, and that's like 130.
Oh, that sounds good. To me,
What?
that sounded good to me.
Can you all hear me enough to like for us to struggle bust through this?
Oh yeah, you're audible.
Yeah, you're just
Okay.
quiet.
Okay, I'm worried if I
Just
turn my
project.
headset off and back on again, that I'll have to like drop Zoom and come back or something stupid.
Yeah, no, just project.
Unless it's real bad. Okay,
All right. What happened last time?
part 5 on Marius before the Red Obelisk. Anonymous merchant house scribe upon interviews. With the dawn began the coarse grinding of the Argosy sleds on the sand. As the first lashes of the day's hot winds caressed Marius, he thought of his conversations with Lucius. Something had awoken in him, giving him a glimpse of things that could be, of things that could be different. All around him stood the prison of his birthright. Towering Argosy, his Argosy, ramparts of defense and subjugation. For years, they stood tall enough to keep the light from exposing the massive guilt festering in his heart. Now laid bare, he felt it consuming him. Such extremes are the way of the desert. The chill of the night shocks the breath from all creatures scorched from the day's sun. Mortal danger, predation, cowardice, the strength of heroes. The desert suffers nothing in moderation. Since the new workers joined the caravan at the Silver Temple, the weight of his guilt had become unbearable. As the sun rose higher, a scuffle broke out and Helton struck down the half-giant Tick. Marius did nothing. When Belzac insulted and threatened Lucius, Marius did nothing. From moments stolen together, Lucius told him, I see a man who can rule and lead. Did he not already do so? Even now, as it would be back on his family estate, he could snap his fingers and anything he wished would be done. The ease at which he could enact upon his conscience, but did not, again twisted in his chest. That night, Marius told Lucius of his past, privilege, and desire to flee into the desert, away from his prison. Desperate for penance, Marius grabbed a hot brand from the fire. He gripped it with all his might, the skin searing and blistering around the charred wood. The scorching heat and ash could not burn away his guilt. The pain could not blind his conscience. The only relief he felt was in the undertakings of Lucius, who, despite rebuffs and insults, even won the trust of Helton, along with many other caravan leaders. Marius also felt a sense of relief in that the desert was coming. The caravan had been attacked and stalked by all manner of raiders and beasts, but this force in the dunes was different. It was close, watching, cunning, and deadly. Be it justice, vengeance, or mindless violence, he could not discern. Lucius learned lessons and freedoms through hardship. Tears stung Marius's injured palm, and he willed the hardships to come. One way or another, he must escape his prison, as a corpse or as a hero. For men such as him, the desert fosters nothing in between. There you go.
All right. John, again, I'm so sorry to Ashlyn, Josh, everyone else that has tried to do these summaries and have not met your level of excellence.
Hey, I'm glad to pass on that job that I didn't volunteer for.
Okay, that was like hurtful. Ashlyn, that was hurtful. The DM pushed me into this. I didn't want to really do it, but I did.
Oh, no, I say it with love. I say it with love.
Okay.
If I'm being mean, it's with love.
I do that a lot. All right, so as we begin tonight, team, tell us your character, class, level. And if you're leveling up, let's roll that hit die and tell us any feats that you have gained or spells or skills.
I'm piloting Zeph today, and he's leveled up. Do you want me to roll for Zeph or
No,
bother
roll
Josh?
for Josh and roll a 1, please.
Cool. What is the druid's
D8.
hit die? D8. Cool. Come to me later then.
All right, who else leveled up? All right, let's go to Lucius. Tell us about your character, and then roll your hit die. Tell us feats and or skills, spells, anything else.
We were supposed to have those picked out ahead of time.
Nah, it's so fine. It's fine if you don't.
Okay, good.
Because I was
So
late with my
I'm-
XP, so you're okay.
Okay. So I'm Becca. I play Lucius, who is a elf, and he is a bard. He's moody. He's shifty. He flirts a lot. He plays a lute and sings. That's Lucius.
The abs.
And now,
He's got the abs.
oh, he's got what is it? Dark Sun's abs instead of Greyhawk's abs. And he is now level 2. So, or no, sorry, level 3.
Yeah, you got to be level 3, right?
Yeah, level
Okay.
3. All right. So what am I rolling? D8. Sure.
Plus your con bonus.
Okay.
Come on. Pulling for Lucius.
I rolled a 1.
Okay, then what's your con?
-1.
You would be the only one that could take the 1, so you have to take the 1. With a minus
All right, I'll
1
take
to
the 1.
con, you take a 1 to your hit points. Yes, it's normally 1s don't count, but when you have a -1 to con, they do count. Crap. All right. Kalak.
I'm John, also known as Demon Gund. My character is Kalak, who's a Thri-Kreen. He's a fighter. He's going to get another level as a fighter for all of the level 2 fighter feats. And then after that, I think he's gonna soiree into Ranger for quite some time. He's going to be getting power attack for sure. I think it's a pretty garbage feat, but because it's Pathfinder and you have to plan out your fighter characters 12 levels in advance, it's what I get to get this level, because then I get what I want at like level 7.
I feel attacked.
3.
So wait. The hip. What's your con bonus?
That's a good question.
Only kind I ask.
What? +1.
Yeah. Okay. 3 + 1, 4. All right. So power attack is not useless. It has benefit now. If you're attacking something which has a low AC, you drop that AC bonus, you get all that additional damage. That can work for Kalak. So don't hate on power attack.
I mean, it's just, I don't know.
It's not 5e. You want to be able to slay gods.
No, that's definitely not the case. That's not the case. I'm just not a fan of the feat hierarchies and feat requirements in general. Just because I feel very locked in, like later stuff. Like I would take more of like a power attack is just not a feat that I would take thematically.
Then, you know what?
Thematically with the character.
I can add withers to my game.
What's that mean? What's that do?
Anyone know when I said I could add withers?
Change and adapt.
Probably.
Withers.
Adjust the
anyone in chat?
Is it some creature with like no AC and a million hit points?
Baldur's Gate. Yeah, Rachel. Yeah. So Withers is a character in BG3 that you can like talk to him, and I want to be careful with that, but I will be flexible with you.
Oh, like a respec? Is that?
Yeah, but just not too much, Sean.
Okay.
All right. Anala.
Hi, Amanda. I play Anala. She's a level 2 rogue. She's not happy about it.
How far is she from level 3?
Too far.
Too far? Really? And I cannot say anything, right? So I got to be quiet. All right.
Push.
All right. Tick.
Yep. My name is Rory. I play Tick. He is a level 2 gladiator fighter, and he's a blink's distance away from level 3.
What's a blink?
So he is 45 XP.
Oh my god. This is why I don't track HP or XP. It's just like, all right. Nida.
I'm Ashlyn. I play Nida. She is a solidly level 3 water cleric of Galana. And I'm also driving Zephatok, who just turned level 3, and I'm trying to get Josh to answer me on what skills he took, if he even took any, because he says this is his update. He said this was his updated one. I don't know if he did his hit points or not.
It's Josh. No, he didn't.
He did his spells and everything. Like, all of the spells are up. I know he has 2nd level spells now because I can see them. So he might have. So eventually he'll answer me about what skills he took, and if he rolled his own HP off screen. He does finally get those 2nd level spells at 3rd level. The domain spell, because he is an erosion druid, being soften earth and stone. And because I didn't say that earlier, erosion druid, quarter giant, and we'll see how deep I can make my voice today.
All right. So this is going to be an all Zephatok stream tonight. I'm going to make sure that happens. Ready?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. He will get such a kick out of that.
You won't be able to work tomorrow. All right, team. We're not going to play the video tonight because we'll save it for the break. We're already 20 minutes in. Thanks for all the well wishes. Yes, I did. As I told everyone in my chat, I've offered up to the porcelain throne, everything but my spleen this last weekend, but I'm feeling so much better. Thanks for everyone jumping in for us tonight and being here with us. All Zephatok all the time. All right, so here we go. We begin. Greyhawk Awakening, Book 3, Sea of Dark Sun, Chapter 15, I believe. And there is no better place to start. Than here.
Thanks.
You were not joking about Bach.
He's a big boy. He's a big boy.
He's like three times as tall as.
Like a woolly
on.
mammoth.
I love how he keeps
21 feet
describing
tall.
that Bach puts his head in our laps as if his head is not 3 times the size of our bodies.
No, but he's so gentle
Yeah.
when he does it.
Oh,
It's
Definitely
like
like a
having
woolly
a
mammoth.
Great Dane that just lulls the Bach, Kalak,
Like a blue whale
and Nala.
resting its head.
So here on Tailspire, or if you prefer, because we do both here on Blue Box, on the tabletop. Whoop, let me switch those. Wrong order.
That's so cool.
We do both. And we have both tonight. You, Nida, sit atop Bach as he continues to lumber on. The caravans you see ahead with the dawn moving. They are preparing for another long day journey. You see all the outriders moving around. You sense an anxiousness. You also see as Kalak pulls his eyes out of the dunes. He was peering through, watching everything that happened the night before. He does that. Yeah, Nala?
Cameras. On stream.
Because we don't have a Josh.
Well, oh, I'm sorry. No, not because we don't, because I hit the wrong button. Wrong, I got it.
Oh.
Yep, my bad. 1 second. There we go. As the huge mechalots pull themselves up from the dust, they begin to pull again toward the south. You see all of the outriders bustling like ants around the mound, the hill. Bach lifts, tilts his head up toward Nida, looks off longingly toward where he knows Lucius is, and starts to pull through the sand.
As someone who grew up near Silver Springs, obviously we're a few days outside of Silver Springs,
Yeah.
but would I know what would be in this general direction?
Yes, you would. So you would know 2 things. So, well, 3. 1, I told you already, you're not going through the Badlands because that would not suit these caravans. You would know
You might have
next.
said that when I was not here.
Oh, okay. So yes.
I did. Ashlyn knows because Ashlyn pays attention. But
All right, hang on. So let me fix that. I need to pull this up for you to see. Got it. And there. Okay, so direct your attention to the screen. You'll see Silver Springs from Tyr. When you came up from Tyr, you went through these Badlands here. They were closer to the mountains. It was a quicker route. It was like a cut through, which you could do. But these Mechalite, these Argosy caravans cannot do that. So they had to go around. You know, coming around this direction, they will hit 2 things. First, they will encounter Fort Glamis. Fort Glamis will probably be reached at the end of this day. The red obelisk would come next, by tomorrow eve. Tyr would then lie one day beyond that. These Mechalot argosies, they pull at a glacial pace. They're so, that's an anachronism for Dark Sun, obviously, but they pull very slowly. These huge wagons. So you know Fort Glamis probably by the end of the day.
Would she, she's never been really involved with merchant caravans, but having been someone who has traveled a bit and going from place to place as a healer and hearing stories from other healers who have traveled, would it be logical that they would stop at the fort? Or that if they would, based on what we've observed, if they would stay outside of the fort a bit further away? They did stay at Silver Springs.
Yeah. No, good. So typically these massive caravans could not go inside the fort, but they would park outside. All of the guards and caravan runners would come inside. There would be trade, bartering, pulling out of water, supplies, and goods.
Yeah, they wouldn't have been able to get all the
inside.
way to Tyr.
Exactly, yes.
Cool. We can move faster than this caravan, correct?
Oh, yes, much faster.
Cool.
Whoa! Troll Lord Games, a raid of 38. Let's go, TLG. Thank you so much, my friends.
Nida then is going to turn towards, I guess, down at Kalak and Anala as they make their way through the sands. By the end of the day, the caravan should be reaching the fort. We can either tail them and go into the fort, or we can try and somehow I turned British. We can try to cut them off. Not necessarily cut them off, but to arrive before them. It might assuage any fears that, oh, this other Mechalot has been following us. If the Mechalot is already there, we just happen to be passing by. We don't have to get there much ahead of them, but...
If we're there first, less suspicion.
Exactly. And perhaps we can do a little trade and get a little bit of insight on what they all are doing, since they apparently did not want to talk to you last night.
If guards away from Argosy, fewer guards to kill.
As in, you want to kill more of them, or it is safer to go near it?
Whatever we want do with Argosy, easier, fewer guards.
Yes. Yes, well, perhaps we can draw some away. You know, everyone is weary after a bit of travel. Perhaps they can be led away while we do what needs doing. Or someone else does what needs doing. Inala, you used to run with merchants, correct?
Nala nods cautiously.
And have you gone to this fort before? I do not remember your path that you used to take.
DM, have I been here before?
No, you've never traveled this way because you've always taken the short routes. This is the only route taken by the larger caravans, but you know of it. So you would have general familiar. So go ahead and make a knowledge geography check, and we'll put a DC 12 on this because it would not be hard for you to know about it, but you have never been here.
Ooh, that's good. 17.
Okay, yeah. So you've never been here, but you know well of both Fort Glamis and the Red Obelisk. These are the route around the Badlands to get back into Tyr, taken by, to you, the weak, the bloated, those who carry too much because they are too greedy. You would dance upon the sands. You would lithely hop between dunes, the Badlands, but you know of this place.
Never been, but I know of it. Why?
Large hive?
Is it one of the bigger hubs? Smaller?
No, it's
Medium?
small. It's small. So Fort Glamis has perhaps, from your knowledge, with the 17 was good on your roll, 70 to 100 souls, largely dwarves, Athasian dwarves, bald pates, right next to the mountains.
Not large.
All right, so won't necessarily have a lot of supplies and potentially won't have a lot of new victims as well. If they are looking to fill the slave cages any further. So perhaps they will find boredom, perhaps they will go find drink. Perhaps we can make sure those drinks are especially strong.
We can speak with Tick.
Exactly.
Lucius.
Because they will be on in the town, taking shifts. Perhaps they will just come into some random travelers who they just have interesting conversations with.
Maybe they know Beetle Source.
Maybe they know Beetle Source.
If they are not lazy, they will know Beetle Source.
I mean, it's been a few days. We've left them on their own for a few days to get something done. I hope that they've gotten something done.
And
Simple
for
question,
everyone on chat,
where Beetle?
she said taking shifts.
Shifts. This accent's hard sometimes, guys. Shifts. He's taking shifts. But we should get them before them.
Great big shifts.
I'm sure
That is what she.
not
That's what she
meant.
said, guys. I know what she meant. Just like chill out.
Hey,
It's the
no,
spirit of
chat's
Josh.
taking Josh's role. It's fine.
Exactly.
Someone
Yes.
has to do it. And I'm talking, so.
All right. So you three pause. Let's come back now to Lucius. You have just given over, left Marius' lap. You have romanced the giant, the leader. Tick rumbles through the courtyard. Zephatok close beside as these caravans move. What do you do?
He will keep an eye on Marius, but
Oh, so as you do, you see Marius. He rides to the front, a bit of the dandy. He's on top of a Crodlu now, but still kind. You know, you have sensed this from him from the beginning. He is a good soul, but he is confused. He looks furtively over both shoulders. He watches what's happening behind him. Bezrak cracks whips. Holton Fett moves behind the massive half-giant, hulking. All the things I've told you before, repeating now as these caravans move forward.
Lucius will keep an eye on Marius, but make his way over to Holton. And just keeping a closer distance to him than others, kind of securing, and maybe in Holton's mind, or trying to that, you know, Lucius is a friend. He's there. He's around. He's safe. So, not striking up a conversation or anything on those lines, but, you know, being there, being kind of aloof about it, but being close by.
Okay. As you do this, like Holton Fett, he lumbers, holding a massive spiked cudgel. His eyes cut down towards you. Yes, this is original Gerald Brom artwork. If you don't love it, leave Blue Box immediately. You do not belong here if you don't think this is frickin' awesome. He just looks over at you. And in his eyes, you see not what I wanted. You see a recognition of last night's conversation. There is a strange sense of trust, but you now make a sense motive check. Thanks, Alex.
So I rolled a 15, and then I have a +5. So 20, dirty 20.
You saw there was a glint of trust in his eyes, quickly clamped down. Something else going on. He does not trust you enough to reveal, and he mistrusts himself. He looks back toward the horizon.
Did I find any lizards?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I will just kind of pull a lizard out of my pocket and kind of here and try and hand him little lizard guy.
With startling dexterity, this massive hand snaps out, snatches the lizard from your hand.
Glad you liked it.
He continues to plod along. Tick.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. The whole day is a bit rough for Tick. However, you know, for the last few days, I've looked around. I've been watching the guards move, and it becomes just kind of this pattern over and over. Are there doorways that I see people entering into?
Absolutely.
Or stepping out of?
Well, even the cook that you saw earlier, which you
right, that's right,
preemptively dismissed. You saw Craig Leia. She came out. You've seen others like move. There are caravan guards. They move in and out, shifting goods. Some of these supplies are used for the caravans to move forward. There are bits of grain, food, drink that are pulled out each night. So you see there are, let me pull this up on the screen here. There are entrances. Where's my laser pointer? Here we go. Got it. Sorry, Iron Golem. All right, so there are on either side of these caravans doors, also doors at the back of the caravans, which you see frequently being gone into and out of. The keeper on the right running these mechalots is that same leathered-looking human woman. You see now there's now a dwarven woman on the opposite side running the mechalot, snapping the reins of these giant beasts, pushing them forward.
is all the supplies like food and water, those kind of supplies, are they all coming from one, or do both of these
Both.
carry those
No,
supplies?
they both. Yeah, you see both.
And then
And the one on the left is the one that's still. They've been working on it, but it's dragging slightly. Where the termites from Zephatok had bitten at the wood, not enough to destroy this, but that one they're occasionally slowing down, stopping, trying to pull it forward. But both have supplies.
And then there's the doors you mentioned that are frequently used, and then there's other doors. So what I'm kind of looking for is a door that is very common for people to go in and out. It wouldn't be suspicious, so to say, if I did it right and I just went in. Is kind of what Tick is looking for. A commonly used door, not like do not access this entrance, but not one that is so common that I'm going to bump into the wrong person. Are there doors kind of like that where they're somewhat used?
Yeah, I would say all the doors are being accessed frequently. No, I'm glad Josh is not here. The rear doors seem to be most frequently accessed. They're going in and out of the back of the caravans often.
Yeah. Yep. So
You had to point it out and then go in and out. You made it worse yourself.
Because the rear door. Yes,
I got you.
The rear doors
the
are
back
most
door?
often accessed. That's what I meant to say.
So not initially going for one of those, and just like anyone else would approach one of those doors and walk in, so he's been with this group now for 3 days, so he's just
During the
wanting
day?
to blend in.
So what you would note is that only the members of the caravan, which appear to be part of the normal group, will go in and out. You see the guards, none of your crew, none of the other hired guards will enter through the back. They all stay to the outsides.
And they don't even go in through the sides then. Am I the only?
Ashlyn, you're the
John,
worst.
thank you.
You're the worst. All she did was a shift of the brows. So no, they just. The hired guards do not go in and out of these argosies. They stay to their places, guarding outside. They are brought the supplies.
I'm listening. I'm keeping with it. I hear you.
So am I.
I appreciate your narrative and your hard work.
I'm trying.
Oh man, I don't want to go near Holton Fed again because the guy laid me out last time, and I can't.
Oh, and he
handle that right now.
every time you move, you see his eyes on you. He and not in an amorous fashion. He wants to kill you.
Yeah. Well, that makes my life pretty difficult. There's really nothing I can do without pissing that guy off. So.
Well, no, I'm not. I'm not trying to.
I know. I hear you.
You can do what you want.
I know. You're not, but I just cannot. I cannot take a hit right now. So, I'm limping all day long. If I see the cook again, though, I would make another attempt to.
Okay.
Give the food that I still have.
All right, I will note that. Hang on.
If I see anyone who seems to be a little bit more free-willed, so to say, that they're not so stuck to the confines.
Well,
of what
you see still Azaro, the one that had the orb. He's walking out, barking orders. Marius. Almost like innocently moving at the top, Bezrak cracking the whip. You see, you've heard the name of that dwarven driver I mentioned, the dwarven one, Vashtra. She is very strong with her mechalot, yanking the reins, barking orders, but not in an unkind way. She's very, very good with what she does.
But I can't really get close to her, right? Because
she's a top. Yeah, I mean, so here, let me pull this back up. So she's
I
a
just
top.
keep thinking these mechalots are huge.
Yeah, they are, but the Argosies are lower than the mechalots themselves. So if you wanted to kind of migrate over this direction, she's a top. This, you could probably talk to her if you wanted to. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, well, that's kind of where I'm going with all of it, is just anyone who's doesn't seem like they're going to cut my throat for saying hi to them.
Well,
right?
no, there's
Obviously,
many. Like,
Holden
no,
Fett-
I mean, dude, you're a half
Holden
giant.
Fett is,
Yeah, you're a half giant. Most of them will like give you wide berth and will not make any attempt. But again, you still sense that Holden Fett is eyeballing you. So you can wait for the cook assistant to come back out, or the cook himself. You can talk to the dwarven. You tell me what you try.
Yeah, unless something changes throughout the day, because Tick is not really sure where all of this is ultimately where it's going, when it's going to kick off. So he'll just migrate slowly from different position to different position, trying to not irritate Holden Fett.
Okay.
And so if during the morning, he'll kind of stay towards the rear and see if the cook comes out. If nothing happens the rest of the early afternoon, he'll kind of head over to the dwarven lady, see if he can engage there. And then he'll kind of migrate over to the other driver if it doesn't work out with that driver. And of course, if anything kicks off in between those 3 points, then he'll have to adjust. That's just how he's looking at his day from the morning standpoint.
All right, so roll d20, add wisdom bonus, please. And we're going to you next, Zephatok. Yes, that's you, Ashlyn. Ooh. Love my dice.
Yep, they don't love me. I got an 8.
Okay. Zephatok.
A half giant.
You watch Tick move back and forth as the dust kicks up and Rawl's angry glare pours down, bathing the desert in heat. You know Fort Glamis probably will not be touched until the end of the day. You see Bezrak cracking the whip. All the things I've described before. What are you doing, Zephatok?
Zeph is kind of keeping up the same appearances of being very submissive, being just a good worker boy, just that kind of gentle giant persona that he's been kind of portraying. Keeping an eye on Tick, because already had to.
So he would see that. So he sees Tick kind of like moving back and forth, eyeballing people, Holden Fett glaring occasionally. You see the Lucius walk up and speak to Holden Fett. You see all of this.
Mm-hmm. He's staying a little bit further back. He's gonna very casually kind of inspect the termite damage as best he can without being like, oh, let's look underneath this caravan, just to see if he notices any particular weak spots that are starting to form in the wood itself. And which of us, because Ashlyn knows that this was said, but doesn't know who it was said to, because she didn't have to pay attention to that detail before.
Of course.
Who was told about them meeting up with the Templars?
Zephatok.
Cool, that's what I thought.
Yes.
Cool, great. At a point, he's going to. I want to.
Wait, real quick, so as you look, want to go back to what you said. So as you look at the caravan, the left Argosy is the one that had the termites. Now, we're 3 days in. Even a large group of termites, think about a house. These things
yeah.
are massive. So you can see there are little holes bored, perhaps a bit of weakening, but it will take days to weeks for there to be a structural issue here for this.
Yeah.
This is not like your typical Looney Tunes cartoon where the termite board gone, right? It's like they're in there, they're working, but it's going to take time.
Yeah, that's fine. And before he goes and approaches anyone, as he's making just like kind of wide sweeps across the caravan, he's listening for any voices that don't sound like a lot of the big tough guys, trying to see if he can find any like the sounds of people who have been captured, distress, any whimpers, any sign of which of these Argosy, or if it's both, have people in them.
As Zephatok does this, he walks around and he finds there are very few voices crying out. And in fact, based on how you describe it, I won't even make you roll for this. There are almost no slaves. This is not a slave caravan. It was inaccurately described. You can see there are paid servants. There might be a handful, but you're looking for the suffering. You're looking for the oppressed. You're not finding them. As you move around, one of the three mules that still has steel, one lost his steel to Kalak, walks over towards you. Where are you from? Your tattoos, I don't understand them. Do they mean something? This means the DM wants to hear Ashlyn do Zephatok's voice.
This means that Ashlyn has to BS some like, is Zephatok gonna? I don't know if Zephatok is like.
No, you don't get. No, you don't get. You're a DM too, Ashlyn. So don't give me that dissembling. You gotta jump in and make it happen.
No, but it's different when it's someone else's PC.
Well, it's Josh.
That makes it more fun.
Yeah.
I know. I can blame you.
What do those
if it's
tattoos
that.
mean?
Stories. The desert tells many. The people of the desert have their own.
Okay, so Zephatok had a vaguely Russian accent.
I cannot do a Russian accent.
Oh, come on, it's like the easiest. Ashlyn,
No.
can I help you, or just should I let it go?
Sure. Go for it.
All right. These tattoos, they are from the
Oh, it's like
desert
it's
places.
Like Nida, not Nida.
Exactly. Desert places. They are not what you would think they are. They are something which is perhaps born of the places that used to have life in them, but now are just wastelands. All right, you're up.
They are collecting the stories of those who I have traveled with before. Do you have a story that you would share?
You said nothing in that response. What are you hiding? He leans forward. But that was again, I'm playing the dice here. He leans forward. He still only comes like chest high to Zeph, but he's thick. And he doesn't like that response. He feels like you are dissembling.
Oh, friend, it is the truth. I am a wanderer. I take jobs across the desert, and sometimes the jobs lead to interesting stories.
Then what's that? He taps his chest, pointing to where you have scrit pupating beneath your robe.
Oh, that is it. That is it. You see, sometimes.
So everyone, thank you for having our last stream with Ashlyn on as I. So he taps, like, he shows Skrit beneath your robe.
Sometimes when you travel the desert, you find interesting creatures, and sometimes you collect them. You cannot tell me you have never seen some creature on the sands and not thought that might make a fun pet.
Oh my god, double! That's my second. Okay, so this mule, he lowers his head,
I don't know if I'm lying or not.
runs a thick hand over a sweaty, bald skull. A pet? What is a pet? You
A
eat
pet.
what you find. You kill what you find.
I mean, sometimes. Sometimes there is a benefit of having others. You travel with others because there is a benefit to it. This was not always in a little shell. It used to help me. It is currently resting.
He leans in, piercing brown eyes, glistening with sweat from Raw's gaze. Help you how?
Perhaps to look ahead a little, to give companionship. When you are traveling by yourself, it is important. Not that kind of companionship.
He
It gets lonely, not that lonely.
he backs up. Fair enough then.
You are telling me you have never wanted seen a creature and thought that is very cute. Maybe I should not eat it. I have eaten today. Perhaps that would be. Look, it is cute. This is going to be Canon's F now, so
Yeah, no, it's fine. Like,
I'm just gonna.
maybe this mule is brutal. His ears are nicked. He has scars across all of his body. The words being spoken by Zephatok with all these elaborate tattoos, clutching a small creature beneath him. This is all so. You could, like, this is a man born of the hardness of Athos, and all the words being spoken to him by Zephatok right now are completely foreign to him. Like he cannot. He is like baffled. Yeah, and yeah, Tick, if you would be in earshot if you want to be.
Yeah. So there's been plenty of times that Tick has tried to be of the gentleman, which never works for him. So hearing this, kind of laughing at Zephatok in his own head, seeing him try to just do his thing, will come and just gently walk into, just like he's invited, walk into this conversation, and towering over the mule, because I already tower over his.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
And just walk up and, yeah, I get what you're saying. He's had that little fella for a while now. It is a little odd, but it is kind of like your mechalocked to him, just a lot smaller. It's useful for him.
So the mule, he sees this. He kind of sidles back away from Tick. He wants no beef with you. But he does just sort of gently put his hand on that steel short sword. Again, the only piece of steel beyond the one on the other and the one you've seen now that Tick has taken, or Kalak has taken. And as he lays his hand on it, he says, "It's nothing like a mechalot. A mechalot, you ride. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just better to not question some things.
Oh.
Like I said, it's useful for him. But I get what you're saying, and don't worry, I see you grabbing your sword. You don't need to do that.
I don't mean for this to happen. I don't know how this happens. It's just like, I will.
Made no sexual reference.
No, none of us have. We not, but just like the words, like. Yeah, Ashlyn, I've got your eyebrows on. Yes, you're channeling Josh, no doubt.
You have no worry with me, but just stay away from the different things, you know? We understand life to be hard and rough and brutal in the desert. Everything we find, we consume to stay alive. Work with those by our side and collect those things that are useful and big, strong.
This is the way of the desert. This is how we survive. So
yes.
He
has found a way.
What is that then? He points again, like it's like he's like a foreign, like looking at.
It's like some kind of bug thing that flies and does things. I don't really know. I've known him for a couple of years. But
do your job.
Yeah, he will. He'll definitely do what he's supposed to do. What's this over here?
And what are you
to
pointing
like
at?
divert his attention, and I will point at
you tell me
like where the Mechalot is attached to one of the caravans.
So you're near the left one. So
yeah, I'll just point at that's perfect.
Okay.
Especially with that that's the one the dwarven lady's on, right?
Yeah.
So perfect. So kind of walking in her proximity. And just see that you have this fastened here to the Mechalot. Is this simply how it stays attached?
So you're speaking
Such a
to
powerful beast.
You're speaking to the dwarven woman atop, right?
No, to the mule. Still,
oh, to the mule. No, the mule.
Attention away from.
Well, yeah. So you point, and he looks over and casts one last sidelong glance at Zephytok, and the bulge beneath his cloak shakes his head. Dude. Okay, Manda, all I said is cloak. Okay? Stop. He fine then. Just watch what you're doing. And he stomps ahead into the desert. But as you make this point toward that, you see Vashara, the dwarven. Hang on, pull this up here. You can see it a bit better.
Vashara.
Yeah, Vashara. Whoops. Atop that Mechalot, she leans over to you here. So this is Tick. What do you want?
I was just trying to see how to best keep you and this safe. Often I find understanding how these work a great way to know how to keep you safe. It looks like you have quite control over your creature.
Make what I will confidently predict to be a failed diplomacy check.
Well, at least I'm getting to know what my bonuses are. Diplomacy, -1.
Thank you, Catchy Cantrips. Let's go. All of our friendly raiders, thank you for joining us tonight. We have Ash from Catchy Cantrips coming on with us on our LMA very soon. And we're just thankful to have all of our friends in tonight. The game is just beginning here. All right.
I'm sorry that I'm not very fluent with my words. That's a -5. Sorry, that's a 5.
A 5. You see the dwarven woman. She wipes at a chin that has a huge divot. Looks like it was broken, scarred, hastily healed. She wants to say something to you, but your roll was so bad, she doesn't. And she turns back, snaps
and
the ring.
She turns and they go, and it's not like she's outpacing me. So
no.
I'll go ahead and grab that food because I hadn't seen the cook yet, and just toss it up by her side. Perhaps you're a bit hungry up there. Perhaps a language that we speak that is the same.
So you throw up what?
The bag of kink meat that Zephatok had given me.
So you throw up to her.
Kink meat is like the meat that they eat, right? Or is
No.
this like bad, rotten stuff?
No,
I thought
cank
this was like-
cank meat is vile. It can be tolerated. It is not very tasty. But you cooked
Never
it.
mind.
It's sustenance. Let's call it that.
Is it like?
It's like
common food for them to
I'm
eat.
starving and you threw me dried escargot. You know, it's like it's
I mean-
it's still food.
I didn't give you literal crap then. Like
No,
it's not
no, no,
perceived
no.
like I just gave you garbage.
No, but the closest thing in Dark Sun to that, yes. You toss it
I'll
up.
do it anyways.
Yeah.
I'll do it anyways.
You toss it up. It lands.
I'm a half giant. What do I know?
it
It would have
lands
definitely been appetizing to me.
next to her, and as she casts her eyes over, I'm going to open it up to the rest of the party now. So we're about halfway through the day now. The massive mechalots pulling these argosies through the sands. Fort Glamis still a half day away. Whatever you want to do, party, this is up to you.
Is there a point that Zeph can kind of sidebar with either or both Lucius / Tick?
Absolutely. I mean, we're talking about hours
Away
of travel.
from people staring at us or thinking.
Yeah, your guard. You see guards move around. Yeah, I mean it's a huge caravan, so guards are constantly bustling back and forth. That's not a problem at all.
Cool. Zeph is gonna pull up next to Lucius at a point when Lucius is not trying to make friends with Holton Fett.
But why?
Because this is not good Holton Fett conversation.
Okay, fine.
Lucius, there aren't people aboard the. I'm stuck in British today.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
There aren't people aboard the Argosies. These are not slave caravans. There may be some, but
Do you think that there are other things in there besides slaves?
the Beatles, I would assume, but I did not hear anything.
Could the Beatles be controlling? Could the slaves be not in the caravans? Could they be out and about?
Could they be the people that we are surrounded by, potentially?
Yes.
I would assume your new friend might know more about whether these are people that were hired or people that were taken. Either new friend, Marius is probably going to be a bit more forthcoming about it.
I'm already ahead of you.
I heard tell that the Templars will be joining the caravan. I would assume it would be tonight.
And to be
Would
clear,
Zephatok know if the Red Templars are tend to be at Tyr or the Red Obelisk?
okay, so to be clear, and I may have misspoken last time, I don't remember exactly what I said, but the Templars will not be joining, they will be inspecting. This is common. All of the
Inspecting.
caravans coming close to Tyr will be inspected. You don't know when that will happen, and they're not Red Templars. Templars are from Tyr, in this case, but you have Fort Glamis first tonight, Red Obelisk tomorrow night. Well,
I
and
misspoke, they will be inspecting. We can either wait until after their inspection and hope that everything passes and we pass. And hope it does
We
not get
have-
passed along. Or we act before.
We have nothing to hide. We will be fine. As for my new friends, I will converse with them tonight. It is sometimes easier to talk when they are relaxed or in their cups.
Dev is gonna kind of take his gaze, look down towards a pouch that he had put the paralytic in.
Mm-hmm.
The cup's going to be just drink.
Yes.
While you are conversing, is there something that we can do to help?
Keep the mules away from us. My friend Marius is very paranoid.
All right. I already got one of their attention, so we'll do our best. But something needs to happen soon. We are running out of time.
There's a slight annoyance, or flashing across Lucius's face, kind of like, yeah, like,
Yeah.
he kind of feels as if he's been carrying this because he's been making friends with the powerful ones. Like, guys, I've been doing it all. I hear ya. Like, so slight annoyance and kind of like a
Mm-hmm. So we will keep
And
them.
currently, it's just the two of you, right? It's just right.
I mean,
yes.
Tick can
Okay.
meander over if he would like to join, but yeah.
It's fine. Yeah,
Just to-
you're close enough if you want to.
Hmm.
We got like a 5-way party split here, so I'm like, I'll allow that. No? Okay.
They can wave me in if they want my help.
Lucius just looks over at you and like telekinesis that he
No.
does not contain.
No, you don't have that. You could try to get that. So you don't have it now. So you have no psionics. I'm sorry. Back to Kalak, Nida, and Anala. As you follow behind, you see these caravans moving forward. You can see from a distance. You follow behind. Occasionally, you see there are outriders and scouts that watch, but a single mechalot and 2 individuals, a third, a top, like they're not concerned. They watch you. They're aware of you, but they don't stop you or accost you. They're unaware of the dead mule lying in the sand, now many miles back. What are you doing as you watch this caravan ambling with a painful slowness through the desert sands, kicking up dust, no wheels on these argosies, just slides upon the bottom, which drag through the sand, kicking up that dust. Sorry, I had the wrong, be up there, let me get kicking up that dust, heading toward Fort Glamis. What are you doing?
I think we wanted to get there first. Was the plan?
Do
We
we?
wanted to speed up and get there.
Yeah. Do we trust that they're going to stay out of trouble long enough that we can get further away from them? Or because then we can set up a bit, we can get a bit more of the lay of the land when we come into the fort? Or do we not trust that they're not going to get into another fist fight? I would think they would have learned, but
Tick learned place. Tick learned place will stay.
do you think they can keep themselves alive and out of trouble from now until they get into the fort?
If they fight during day, very hard to help.
True.
Many strong.
It depends if they leave a body broken on the floor and bleeding or dead on the ground and bleeding. I can fix one of those.
Which?
But if we go to the fort ahead of time, we can find some contacts. We can figure out if anyone is waiting for this caravan. If anyone is waiting for or there's any whisper of a shipment.
Kalak looks at Anala.
And I'll just nods. Yep, that's probably what we should do.
All right. Then we should pick up our pace, and that way it won't be this mechalot and 3 people happened to get here right before you did. That way we get there with plenty of time.
Okay. So is that the plan? You guys are going to circle around and get to Fort Glamis before this caravan arrives. Okay.
Yeah, we were always going to get there before, but now we're going to get there significantly before, as opposed to being in front of them, kinda like being a little bit ahead. We're aiming to get there long enough to
At least have a couple of hours.
our bearings. Yeah.
before
All
they
right.
get
So as you push, Bach looks longingly toward the caravan where he knows Lucius is. And you're going to have to make an animal handling check to make
That's
him
okay.
leave behind. This will be a decent. It's not hard because you built a bond, but he knows you're part of Lucius. He knows you're together, but he is still heavily bonded to Lucius. This will be an animal DC 12. As
a 17.
Okay. As he go ahead.
We're going
Tick.
to where Lucius will be.
He looks up, but as you run past, his head turns and simply watches that caravan in the distance as you move past. He actually moves forward. He's not looking where he's going. This is odd, the bond that he has formed. It makes no sense. But clearly, he does not like leaving Lucius behind. But he does.
We're going to go where he will be. You'll get to see him tonight.
All right. Rest of the party. As the caravan rumbles, slides toward Fort Glamis, anything else you're doing before you arrive?
When we arrive, the expectation is that we will arrive there before dark.
Yes. To rest, there'll be some refueling, maybe a bit of barter, and then moving on to Fort Obelisk on the morrow. The red obelisk, yes.
Yeah. Zepatok's going to actually go towards Holton Fett. Very much the submissive, bowed head. Sir, when we arrive, the jobs that you would wish us to do.
You have one job. Guard the caravan. Stay where you belong. Stay out of my way. That's your only job. Understand?
Understood.
Good.
Very much doing the like a dog. With like, don't maintain eye contact. Like always break the eye contact first because you're being submissive.
As you turn away with that submission,
Great.
Yes.
You know that half-giant, they call him Tick or Talk or Tyke?
Tick, yes.
We like to wager. Could you talk to him maybe tonight? He and I could fight. There's a small arena outside of Fort Glamis. We could put some coin on it, and I would gladly crush his skull into the sand. Or, if he's stronger, you could win some coin.
I will speak with him.
Good.
Very much still bowed head.
Right then.
He turns. Anything else, party?
I'm gonna go find Tick.
All right, so we're gonna prep for break here in a minute. So we've got a big giveaway tonight. I like to do these things by surprise sometimes. I would be much smarter if I announced them on all social media and drew more people in, but I just like to reward people that come in and join us. I'm looking at it. It's sealed. I think it's original. I'll tell you after the break. You run over to Tick. Zephatok. As you approach Tick, you see Tick is walking away from a less than satisfactory conversation. He turns his eyes towards you, and Tick, you're not looking too good, are you? You're pretty beat up, yeah. All right.
Less than okay.
Little brother.
Yeah, what is it?
2 tickets to paradise.
There might have found a way to distract the mules.
Oh?
It might involve you getting beat up.
That doesn't happen ever, but what do you mean?
There is an arena Holton Fett wants to fight you in. Outside of the fort that we are headed to.
Okay, so that caught my interest. But you see, my left leg here doesn't quite move right. And my right elbow here, you can say it just doesn't hang right anymore. And you see, like, now my jaw's better, but you see, he only wants to fight me because I'm so messed up right now.
Well, perhaps.
So if he can
before
fix
we
that,
fight, if we can find someone who could fix you,
yeah,
who might, be at the fort.
you let him know that with no weapons and a well-placed healing, I will take him in the arena, and he will stay in the arena when I walk out.
Maybe we want.
Oh, did you just say 2 men enter, 1 man leave?
Yeah.
Let's go! Yeah, well played.
But you should tell him that, because in this state, he will gladly hit me with those claws of his again.
Yes. Well, Lucius has been making friends with him. Perhaps Lucius should.
Yeah. You seem to have already started this negotiation, Zephatok.
Yes.
Your fault. You go tell him. I hope you don't die.
Patrick said he thinks Nick is really an old man in a giant disguise. I'm sorry, I don't know why that tickled me. Yeah, carry on.
Feel free to go tell him. No weapons. I need to be back to full strength, and I will gladly take him in the arena.
All right.
Right, Chip?
Zeph is gonna go back to Holton.
Good little errand boy.
Little errand boy. Yes. I've spoken with Dick, and considering your prowess and everything, he has agreed to
What is prowess?
I said that I'll take you in the arena. Zephatok, you're too bad at this.
You shout that over the top?
Oh, yeah.
At this, Lucius's head like snaps up. Like, what? He like me. He's getting ready to cure light wounds.
So, Holton Fett, you see this sneer on his face again. You've seen it several times now, but it's never been more obvious. There is a love for cruelty this half-giant has. And he leans over. He slaps a meaty palm twice upon Zephatok's head, like patting a good dog, a good pet. But his eyes cut toward Tick, the insolent, who's actually spoken to him in such fashion.
You will. All the healing you want. No weapons. Anything. You step into the ring. I will feast upon your eyes tonight. I find them delicacies, and I will gladly rip your gullet and feed it to my mechalot.
Is Holton
And
saying
all
that
that. What's that?
Is Holton saying that Tick has pretty eyes?
Yeah, something like that, yeah. Tasty eyes. Pretty tasty eyes.
And all the like the servant, the weakness, the meekness that Tick has shown, just he stands with a straight spine and his shoulders go full with, you know, I look to see how that goes for you later. But either way, it's been a long time since I've been able to do this.
It looks like you've never done it.
And he waves a hand dismissively, but you see him, he is excited. As the caravan moves toward the final moments toward Fort Glamis. Hey, everyone joining us, thank you. If you've not seen this before, you jumped in late. This is the glorious artwork of Brahm, Gerald Brahm, original Dark Sun artist. So we're playing this guy here as Holton Fett. This is from the module created by Richard Baker, who will be joining us here in a couple of weeks. But yeah, this is just, I don't know. This captured my interest 30 years ago. Such glorious artwork, and Holton Fett turns, lumbers on, and Tick, I won't tell you how to play your character, but you don't feel good about this.
Oh yeah, I mean, 45 points away, 45 XP away from level 3 where I can actually fight. I don't feel good about it.
So again, I want to be clear. Yeah, he is the best, Greg. Fantastic art. So as we go down the home stretch of the break here, I want to be clear. I'm not pushing Tick into this.
Oh.
You guys can do you wish. Like this is all the setup. There are many other options here. This is going to be my last call for anything else the players might like to do as you rumble toward Fort Glamis.
For Tick
Lucius.
personally, go ahead.
Yeah, go Lucius.
Lucius comes up and just puts a hand on Tick as he instantaneously casts Cure Light Wounds.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and so if you all have healing, I'll let you make rolls. There's no problem with healing Tick. You can all do that now.
I'm gonna be wait. Wasn't he offering me healing?
No. He was saying you can get your healing.
Provide whatever healing.
Yeah, whatever
You can heal me.
Unfortunately, you don't have
Nida.
you don't have Nida with you. Nida is scouting up ahead toward Fort Glamis.
Is this planned scuffle happening? Like, is the caravan supposed to park and get all settled and then we go fight?
You don't know. You have no idea. This just came up. You have no idea. He said there was a small arena right outside Fort Glamis. Zephatok would have heard that. Nida would not.
Mm-hmm. No, I know.
Sure.
Yeah, so I mean, you guys play it how you want.
Lucius, Zephyr, I need you to go find everyone that can heal me.
You get 8 points of HP.
Yep, that rib is back in place.
Hey, Scott, hammer time.
I'm still not feeling very good, though, Zephyr.
I'm working on it. I have 2 sheets.
You gotta go find people. Lucius, you've been mingling. There's gotta be healing somewhere in this place.
Gonna do a treat deadly wounds on you
Does that heal me?
because he has poultices.
Okay.
I just need to pull up.
The sand continues to churn up dust. There is no worm
God, I
sign.
miss being Nida.
There is no, you should. There is no worm sign, which Zephytok checked for last time. There is no sense of any trembling beneath the soil, but you do see predators that abound. There are small creatures and even lone elves that go atop the hills, but when they see these 2 caravans and all the outriders, kanks being ridden outside, they give far birth to these caravans. They are not attacking you at all. You have safe passage.
Sorry.
Would our little group have noticed the elves?
Yeah, I mean, you see predators everywhere. You see elves, you see bandits. They're frequent here. They watch these paths, but they do not want to mess with these guards. This is too powerful a caravan.
Well,
We aren't with the caravan. That was the.
No, but I'm saying, you
Anala-
see them. They're scouting the caravan. They pay little attention to you.
Okay.
But you
Anala will continuously just make sure she always knows wherever one pops up. But is very adamant about keeping her face covered, her head covered, everything. She even tries to stick to the shadow of Bach so she's not noticed.
Okay, so you do that. You stay in the shadow of Bach, and
5
again,
more hit points to tick.
what's that?
5 more hit points to tick.
There you go.
Well, oh man, I can breathe a lot better now. Thanks, Zephyr, but that sorry, little brother, just not enough. Big brother, little brother, I don't know. That wasn't enough. There's got to be someone in this place. They've got to have people that heal them.
That does not necessarily mean they want to heal you.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe there's some way to convince him. I mean, what's he gonna want? No, he would enjoy just fighting something weaker. That's not a good leverage point. But come on, there's got to be something. I really want to fight this guy. I really want to leave him in the ring. But I really probably need a good night's rest first.
Oh, that's not going to happen. So.
Tick and Zephytok. Lucius, you're all 3 of you.
Yep.
Roll D20, add your perception, please.
Oh, sweet, something other than...
Yeah, can we see the others?
Nope.
Oh. That was a really good roll.
I rolled a 13 and I have a 7 on perception.
Okay, so a dirty 20.
19 plus 8, so 27.
27, all right. Tick.
You heal my body, but I got sand in my eyes. I got a 9.
Typical Tick.
This is gonna go so well.
Zephytok, you see that dwarven woman with the huge dent in her jaw. Vishara, she picks up the kank meat that was thrown on her seat. She tucks it away. Clearly a woman not accustomed to waste, whether she wants it now or not. But as these words are said, Holton Fett's challenge, the healing, she catches your eye, and she crooks a thick, weathered finger towards Zephytok.
He'll make his way as nonchalantly as possible.
The caravan continues to slide through the sand. You come over, wiping dust from your cheeks, your nose. He's going to fight Holton Fett.
That is apparently the plan.
Why are you here? You're not gods. It's obvious from the way you act that you have something else in mind. What's your purpose?
Can I sense motive to
Yes,
see?
you
like,
certainly can. You certainly
is she,
can.
like trying to lead in?
Yeah,
in
you should sense motive. Yes,
Yep.
make that roll.
Yep. Come on, that's
I'll make my opposition roll here. Hang on for the stream
Okay.
to see. Okay. What's your roll?
21.
You get the sense Bashara is one of the slaves.
Cool.
There is a gleam in her eyes looking for freedom. This is an opportunity.
Well, our purpose is a bit veiled at the moment.
She has no eyebrows. But if she did, you can see some skin arch. What is the veiled purpose?
I mean, what do any in the sands want but to walk freely upon them?
She laughs like, but it's not a laugh of humor. It's like a burst of emotion that comes from her chest up through her throat, and the most poignant expression possible in the Sea of Dark Sun. A tear drops from her left eye. She quickly grabs it as though trying to recapture the moisture. There is no such thing as freedom. There is no such thing.
Well, how about you start with making me a list of those who feel the same way?
When you say make a list,
Or
you see her. She
point
pulls back like.
point. I'm used to being knight.
yeah. Like you say make a list, like so this dwarf can
Amend the
neither
list.
write
Audible
and will
list.
certainly not incriminate herself in any fashion. Sorry, so good.
Tell if you can identify those who might feel the same way, so that I might change their mind.
Thank you, Verbal Positive. Yes. The Burning Sands, cannibalistic halflings. Oh, we're seeing those coming very soon. She wipes that tear away, begrudgingly, knowing she has sacrificed something. The mention of the list, pointing out, I'm sorry, I was misunderstood. And she looks forward.
Zeph. Big Zeph. God damn it.
No, Lucius, Tick, you guys can. So I'm not trying to be a jerk here. I'm just like this. I'm playing. Thank you, Patrick.
Dick will go ahead and slowly just walk back up to that area, and not speaking in a whisper, but not letting his voice carry like he did with Holton Fett. But previously I'd thrown her the kank meat and,
Right.
and just kind of walked back up to that area. There really is no need to worry, friend. I was once in your place. And I now walk freely upon these sands.
Make another diplomacy check, Tick. I love making you make these rolls, which you fail every single time.
11.
11. Okay.
That's the highest you've rolled in a while.
Yeah, and I had
Above 10.
Okay. She leans over. There's a fierceness on her face. Looks like she might plunge something into your eye. I will not die for your case. Why are you here?
You do not need to die for me.
Why are you here?
So that you don't die.
Why are you here? Stop lying to
Set
me.
you all free. It is not a hard concept to live.
That's not why.
It is just
Talk is going
foreign.
to open the bag because I remembered that he has this. And stitched inside is the Veiled Alliance sigil.
So you pull out the crescent half moon.
It's not getting pulled out.
Right.
It's just
like
as if I'm looking in my bag for something. So that, he's gonna kneel down into the sand so that he's lower, because he's tall. As if he's looking through the bag, he'll pull out something from it, and hand it to Tick, as if yes, this is what I was looking for. So that she has the opportunity to see the crest before he buttons it back up, slings it over the shoulder. God, he had that.
This dwarven woman leans back. The feral look upon her countenance moments ago fades. Speak to the cook. And you see, she struggles, like not believing, not trusting herself. But she reaches beneath the seat of the Mechalot's argosy. And she pulls out what looks like a small red fruit. She tosses it to Tick. Like so casually, none would see. Well, let me check here. So I'm going to roll this on screen. Okay, so the DC for this being spotted by others is 16. If I roll higher than 16, this is seen. And this will change the entire game.
Good. Great.
Why do I do this to myself? It's like
This one's not even on us.
I know it's not, but it's like I've tried to make it as fair and real as I can. Here we go. D20, please be 16 or less, please. It's a 10. She tosses the fruit. Tick, I won't make you catch it. It could bounce off you, land on your feet. But no one sees it. And with that, we will go to our one and only break. I will announce. I'm staring at it. Anyone who's watched my stream knows I don't play. Like, these giveaways are awesome. I've got a really good one here I'm going to do tonight. I'll show you after the break. Blue Box. We'll be right back.
I'm going to need so much help.
Okay, if you
Yeah.
can.
Hey, if I wanted to go a little bit late tonight,
So many things.
do any of you have to leave precisely at 8? I know often Becca does.
I'm
I
fine
have
tonight.
tomorrow off. We're good.
So if we, I don't want to go too late, but if I want to go a little past 8, we're okay? Okay, all right.
Especially if I can level up right now, then we're just peachy.
When you rest,
No.
which would be
I'm gonna
after
take a nap
after
right
a combat, yes.
I have so many things now as Nida that I can do to help you.
But you're not
Yeah.
there.
You know,
So
if I was level 3,
when we come back from break, we'll start with Nala and Kalak. We'll do that sort of the forerunners heading up to Fort Glamis, and then we'll come back to this party. But guys, I'm excited. This is going to be so much fun. All right, stay with us, everyone. All the Mad Chatters, thank you for all the gift subs, all the donations, all the bits. They will all be needed. This is going to be super, super fun. Blue Box will be right back. Mics will stay hot during the break.
I have so many things that can help.
I know how you feel. You know why I know how you feel? Because I know my character opens up at a level that I just don't have yet.
And you're so close.
So close. And I laugh because it happens to my players too. They'll tell me, oh, I was 100 points. I've seen it. Sorry, guys.
I don't use experience points when I DM.
Yeah.
I use progression in the story.
Yeah.
I use. You all did a lot. I need you to be a little bit higher level so I don't murder you.
I have a steady. It's pretty much, you know how some modules will expedite you through level 1 through 3 and sometimes 1 through 5 to get you there, right? So it's kind of like that, where they're all receiving kind of this big bulk amount with some variation in there. But that big bulk amount kind of stays the same even when they hit higher levels. So it starts to then slow down, but in more of a natural, they still have to engage in different types of social encounters, combat encounters, stuff like that to kind of fluctuate that a little bit. They have to be present for the game, otherwise they don't get points and they don't level up.
I level all my people at the same time. That's because it's a personal game at my house. And I play with 8 people, and if I...
Oof, that's rough. Why go above 6?
My party is 8.
Oh.
8 players. And I've been running the game for 3 years.
Yeah, well, with 8 players...
And it's been almost recently, because I've been traveling so much, we've had lulls, but it's pretty consistent.
Yeah.
I think for me, the experience is the goal to tell the story, because if the goal is to tell the story, then the like getting XP and stuff, it's not as critical, versus if the game is about, doing tactical combat and like that kind of thing.
Mine is always
well, even like social encounters, right? Like avoiding things or the creativity or the.
I would much rather my players not fight things.
Yeah.
It's more fun. Like they come up with crazy things.
Yeah. Instead of the murder hobo, yes. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta fight.
Oh yeah. Sometimes you do just have to fight, and it's fun.
I can't tell if you're making fun of me.
Me? No.
No. The game that I'm running, it's all tactics.
Which is also fun.
People, you get experience as things die. Like on my stream, there's like the XP will like pop up on the screen like plus 50 XP, and people like celebrate if they kill like a CR5 or 6 monster.
Amazing. It's
they
just
level.
A different game.
They level in the middle of combat like Diablo. you full hit points, full everything in the middle of so they like have to strategize. Like, okay, I think we're gonna level. So we got to like kill the little things first with fireball and stuff, then kill the big things so we level so that we can. So.
Funny.
That's fun.
But outside of that, like, no, I don't like the idea that like you only get experience when things die, and you get them. No, it's about like where do I need, what strength do I need you to be, what feels good, as far as rewarding the players. It can get weird if you play like some like overland travel games and it's been 6 months and technically they haven't accomplished anything, but they still need to like feel a sense of growth.
Yeah. So I do it very similar to how we do it. Actually, it's pretty similar to how we do it here on Tuesdays. So they get their growth, and they get rewarded for the non-combat stuff too. Because I don't want it to just be, oh, enemy, kill him. Like, engage in other ways. So there is reward. Like, that's where the variation in the.
One of the
Also,
reasons
so then
why
my
just like
NPCs can talk.
not just like 5e, right? Because 5e is just XPs for killing.
vanilla anyway. Well, no, I mean they talk about milestone. They talk about
I
alternate.
do milestone 5e.
Yeah.
But when you do experience 5e, and yes, just straight rules without anything, it's just XP for killing things. All the monsters have XP attached to them.
And
It
can
also
work. I mean,
says in the DMG that you can do what you want.
Well, of course it does. Gygax said that in the beginning.
He
Do what
of
you
all
really
the people
want,
who
what you
did what
want.
they want to do, it was Gygax, man.
Of course.
His stuff is so silly. Oh my god. Like,
I love making up monsters.
Yep. Oh yeah.
And then realizing halfway through the encounter that I made a monster that was going to kill them way too quickly.
yeah.
I still have that one. That one, I think I shared it with you, Ashlyn. Pretty nasty creature they're about to encounter again.
I made a monster that, so my players are, it's also 8 level 17 players. And they dragged along 3 NPCs in this combat. Took so long. But they were facing the manifestation of a hive mind of a Dracolich to all of its undead minions within the dreamscape
That's already
controlled by the quarry. So I made a monster based on a certain type of quarry that has an ability that it's like a wisdom save, and you take 1d10 fire per point that you miss the save by.
That's a good one.
It was nasty. It was so nasty. And it could do that twice around.
I have an obligatory plug for the hero system, which doesn't use experience, it uses character points, where after every session, you can just give your characters 3 points. And they can spend them on, like, whatever, like skills or power, like make their powers stronger or what have you. But there's not the problem of, like, killing a thing to get experience or milestone. But that game, the way that works, though, is things are so much more dynamic, where they're much more likely to, like, I spend my points to learn how to deal with fire because we're dealing with fire right now. And then, I don't know, you have, like, these weird organic characters who have all, like, these disparate weird, like, oh, you learn to talk to fish, because a lot of times hero systems play with superheroes. So, like, someone can randomly talk to fish, and it won't come up again for 8 months. But it was only 1 character point, so why not talk to fish? Yeah, I wish there was a really good 5e equivalent that was classless.
Lawful neutral?
What?
Look at the chat.
I'm using an alternate encounter creation system that was written by the Angry DM, or the Angry GM, whatever his website is. And he has a whole article. He has this article that's like 4,500 words about why the challenge rating system is, like, messed up. And then he has, like, the second article where he actually proposes, like, an alternate system for it. It's a great read. Like, the challenge rating system and XP values work until about level 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Which is why I do my own thing. I mean, honestly, I've got to. We're on break here, and so Kurt's going to get the most mad at me for this because Kurt is always. I am sick of new systems. I don't need new systems. Play the game. Figure out how you balance it as a DM, and stop giving me 1,000 different options. Go ahead, John.
Well, I mean, I was just say, for, like, if you're running, like, an actual campaign, yes. But if your game is primarily about the tactics and trying to be fair in your encounter design without specifically designing an encounter around the abilities of your team, does that make sense?
No, not at all.
So say we're playing Warhammer Fantasy, right? I don't know what your army is.
Well, that's
you don't
not
know what
that,
my army is.
That's more tactical, like tabletop.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
okay. This alternate system is definitely not for what you're trying to do, but for more of a fair, let's try to have a more or less balanced tactical combat. You do kind of need these.
So you're saying I don't have a fair or more or less balanced tactical combat?
I'm saying that your combats probably take into account the abilities and personalities of your characters.
Wait.
And story.
Abilities. No.
No?
I mean, maybe for rule of cool occasionally, but not like abilities for sure, but not the stories. Like I have hit points, I have ACs, I have attack rolls, I have to hits.
You might craft an NPC that's a reflection of one of the characters, though, right? Like you have a recurring character who's also maybe an assassin who is a member of a guild that they were in, and so when they encounter that character
sure.
kind of is
that's fair. Yeah.
So that I'm not saying you go all the way to being like this character does this because you can cast web or whatever, but there's this parallel between the story and the activities on the board. That if you're playing like a purely tactical thing, it's more
purely
you're
tactical,
more than numbers.
Purely
tactical,
yes.
More than numbers. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Yes. I don't want purely tactical. That's right.
100%. Because I mean,
Yep.
You would lose so much doing that. But I was just saying, as far as if you're trying to do like a tactical system, you need kind of some system to go by. And so the CR system falls apart, so I'm trying a new one. But for the most part, you don't need one unless you're trying to do this very stupid, specific thing that I'm trying to do.
It's not stupid. It's awesome, John. Sorry. I'm not going to fight you. I'm not going to kill Kalak.
It's one of those, like, we're saying the same thing, but we're yelling louder and louder. I agree with you. No, I agree.
All right. Hashtag BlueBoxRPG in the chat. Here we are. We are back. I want to go to like 4 breaks a day just to see that. I love that transition. So tonight, hashtag BlueBox. Wait, Moose, let's go. Thank you so much, my friend. I'm marking that down. More bonuses for the DM.
I'm pretty sure that's the other John.
No, I know Moose. It's me. This sealed original 2E Veiled Alliance module. This is 1980 something. You can look it up. It's an original Veiled Alliance. We're going to give this away today. Hashtag BlueBoxRPG. We'll draw several names during the stream tonight. So in the back half of this, we'll do this probably 4 or 5 times. Give you those options. And then roll them off at the end. Nida. Anala. Kalak.
Yes.
You reach Fort Glamis before all the rest. You leave the rumbling argosies behind. And you see this small settlement nestled upon the foothills, about 4 days' travel from Tyr, with argosies, 2 days' travel if you're a fleet-foot elf. There is a small arena outside. You see staked out. It looks disused, old. Primarily dwarves move back and forth inside this fort, but you see other humanoids also moving around. As you approach, what do you do?
How far is the arena from the fort?
It's like 100 yards outside, it's kind of pitiful by dark sunset. It's like some staked out. It's not very.
How like big is it around?
So it's a 100-yard circumference. So it's a good size, but it's all.
You're gonna make me do math?
I'm sorry, it's staked out. It's like with ropes. It's not a true arena. It's just a roped off area. It's a good sized roped off area outside the Fort Glamis.
Cool. Looking at the fort, is there a place that we could? Is there a place where other large mounts are being kept, where Bach would look normal?
There are none currently, but yes, definitely a place where large mounts could be kept, and there is no notice being taken of you as you pull up with Bach, non-threatening. Kalak does get a few looks, but even Kalak, Thrycreen are not foreign to this place, so there is no threatening response from Fort Glamis as you approach.
As we approach, I'm going to turn to Anala. You deal a bit more with merchants than I have. Perhaps you could inquire about planned deliveries, planned people coming by. Perhaps you're looking for work. However you want to gather any sort of information, if they are expecting the caravan or not.
Anala will nod, but she seems hesitant to go because now she's leaving you alone, and she's not too happy about that.
I will be with Bok. He is big. He will protect me. I can hide behind him. I also am pretty good at keeping watch, and I want to make sure I see when they come. And I'm going to reach over and I'm going to pat her shoulder, and I'm going to use enhanced diplomacy on her. Because she's not the best of talkers. So that's going to give you +1 on diplomacy or intimidation check. +2, sorry.
Ooh. That'll make me break even.
Which is good.
I know.
We like break even. Yeah.
This is why I took enhanced diplomacy.
Something she will do before she leaves the Shadow of Bach is she's going to take one of her hand wrappings and wrap it around the blade, the steel blade, so you can't tell what it is. She makes sure it's secured to her side and make sure it's not seen. You can't see any metal on it whatsoever. And then she'll walk towards anyone she can find that looks like they're in charge of greeting caravans or stopping them, and at the gates and stuff.
You see a dwarf walks out. Looks passive. Holds up a thick hand. Welcome, traveler. Your Mechalotkin water here. What brings you?
We are traveling, just finding rest as we make our way towards Tyr.
His eyes cut between you and Nala. We don't get elves often here. Or... well... I'll roll on the screen. Does he know? No. You seem odd.
I get that a lot.
Is the crane with you?
Yes, he is with us. Every traveler needs a good guide. And who better to guide than the crane?
Then fair enough. You're welcome here. He steps
We
aside.
thank you for your hospitality.
So for gameplay purposes, we're still 2 hours from the rest of the caravan arriving, but Kalak, Naida, and Nala, you are here. What do you do?
Anala is going to get Bach settled, is not going to chain Bach down or anything, is not getting attached to anything.
Not needed. Like he's like,
I'm not.
Yeah.
I am not doing
there's a large trough.
Cool. Is going to stay near Bach because she watched how Bach does not like Kalak, and contemplated leaving Kalak and Bach together, and then thought better of that. And instead is going to find a spot that she can see where they came from, so that she can very quickly notice whether that's on top of Buck because he's big, or if there is any like structure that she could just like climb up and hang out on, and just keeping watch down
You
the
choose. You tell me what you do.
whichever is higher. She would go to the higher point as long as she's still within a space that Bach doesn't start getting like antsy.
So you do this, and you see, as you crawl up, this place has a bit of darkness to it. There are people moving around, looking out toward the caravans, peeking around the walls, the hills, almost as though they're waiting for this caravan.
If any of them are nearby, I'm just gonna strike up a little conversation. Good afternoon. Are you all right? You look worried. Antsy?
A small
Maybe
dwarven woman atop one of the houses looks at you. I'm not antsy. I watch for the caravans and things happening, and, well, you weren't expected. She looks down. Make a perception check.
Absolutely. That is very good at. Which is my skills. Perception. That's going to be a 22.
Okay, yeah.
Wow.
You see a pair of Templars, black cassocked, standing there. Watching.
Watching me or watching for the caravan?
Watching the road, like they're waiting for the caravan.
Cool. Oh, were they expected?
Okay.
You made
Production
a choice.
mistake. Yeah.
Welcome to my cosplay days.
I thought it was gonna be fun.
With the
Yeah, it was
hood,
gonna be easy, like bad choice. The dwarf runs.
Oh, have a good evening. And Knight is going to shift a little bit. How far away are the Templars from me? I'm assuming I'm like up here, they're down
Yeah, they're down there, and also like they're a good. Don't want to make you do math, but like call it 100 yards. They're inside on the in-trail path, and they're watching in their black cassocks. Just anything that comes in here, not threatened by Bach, but expecting wagons. Inspecting.
Inspecting.
Expecting and inspecting.
Okay, cool. Are they talking with each other at all during this process?
Yeah.
Cool.
You see them back and forth, and when you step away, they go back to each other.
Cool. Nida's going to just do a little walk by. Just walk a little bit into the town, past the Templars. She's wearing very little. There's nowhere she can really hide anything other than her pack, and she'll fully let them look at the pack. She's got nothing to hide.
Hang on. I'm pulling up the PC screens here. Got it.
And these are different from the ones that are like in tier, or are they?
No, they look the same.
Okay, cool.
So, Nida, You saunter past.
Very casually.
Very casually. They see Bach in the background. Now you make a diplomacy check.
Absolutely, I will make a diplomacy check.
Of course you will.
It's like I built a character that's good at talking to people and healing people, because that is a 28.
The two Templars they've disregarded Bach, and they're still watching the road, cautious of things that come here, like a trade route. As you walk by, you see both of them hello. Can we help you?
We are just passing by, just travelers headed towards Tyr. You seem to be looking for things. Are you? Is there anything in particular you are looking for? Perhaps we have seen it on the road.
We are looking for things, but customs inspectors.
I already sent Anala away.
But customs inspectors.
Well, that is quite a noble duty to have. It is important to make sure that we keep tabs on what is coming in and out of settlements, no?
You can bring whatever you want into this godforsaken pit, but nothing gets into Tyr without our eyes.
Ah. And you choose here to check for why not do the customs at Tyr?
You already, so your diplomacy was good enough. I'm gonna keep, so.
I can keep rolling then.
No,
that's
you don't,
fine.
yeah, it's fine. Like,
I have plus 11. That's
it's it will happen again at Tyr. It happens all along this route.
I apologize. It is my first time leaving our temple. I am relatively new to the road.
Temple?
Oh, yes, I am a cleric of Galana. Perhaps you have heard of us, the Vitesans.
19 on the...
Yeah.
Galana. He looks at his neighbor, pulls the hood of his cassock down a bit lower. I have heard. My throat is parched. Perhaps we could have a bit of water together.
No, but of course it is the road. It is important for us to help each other. And she has a very full water skin because we just filled up. And she'll, she carries cups and things because that is part of the tradition, is being able to share water. And will pour a cup and extend it. She's not walking close to him, but enough that she can, like, if he were to reach out, he would be able to take the cup.
When you hold that out, he slaps the cup out of your hand.
Well, now that is rude.
Are they close enough?
How far away is Nida? Or Anala?
Yeah, you all reply. Like, I'm just playing these characters. You do what you want.
How far away is Anala?
I was walking towards the gates. So how close are they to the gates?
Well, they're standing in the gates. So you guys tell me, like, how, like...
I'm right there then.
Okay.
And that's not going to fly.
You get a message from Kalak. Gatakha's attacked.
I immediately...
And Kalak's eyes go red, draws swords, and stands beside Nida.
I'm immediately between Nida and the one who hit her.
So Kalak steps forward, and you have the obsidian tchotchka you worked on, right? That should be pretty close to done now.
If I finished it.
No, it's worked on. So let's call it half done. So it's got
Okay.
yeah, and then you have the steel.
In my left two arms, I have a spear. In my upper right arm, I have a shield. And in my bottom right arm, I have like my partial tchotchka.
As Anala
And
steps forward.
I don't move any forward.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I
yeah,
just,
yeah.
like,
Just like the.
And Nida makes zero movement. It's almost like unfazed in that. Like, she knows that Kalak's very close behind her. She trusts that Anala's not actually that far away.
Oh, I'm now between you and him.
Oh, yeah, no. I got that.
And I have my bone dagger out.
He steps back.
It is very rude.
I
Spill water upon the sands.
thought we had different water in mind, but forgive us. He looks around, looking for more. You may enter.
Thank you. And just kind of silently going to look to Kalak, motion back to Bach, to kind of like stay near there.
Yeah, Bach is already. He's
I'll
like he's pulling front
Yeah.
print. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't trust these Templars
Well,
around Bach by themselves.
Okay. Oh, I see. So
Bach's
you're
gonna
telling
have
Bach
Bach.
like don't. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Gotcha.
It's very much just with the eyes. Look at Bach. The like stay, Kalak, go with them. But I'm trying to do this without uttering any words, so it looks very much like this is a well-oiled machine that you do not screw with.
Kalak will stand down and
Mm-hmm.
go where indicated.
And
Both these Templars step back,
Mhm.
giving you hard looks, but not wanting any part of. It appears especially Kalak. Kreen are threatening. Inala, in her dark robes, her scarred eye, has a presence. Nida is a lure. Kalak is threatening. They step back.
and I will go in with Inala into the city before going back out because I want to keep watch. But I'll go in for a while, knowing how far ahead we are from the caravan.
All right. So inside the city, what are you trying to do? Because the caravan's 2 hours behind.
As we move through the city, I'll lock arms with Inala once we're a bit further away from the Templars. Lean down. Well, we found the customs agents. They will probably be looking for that caravan. And I know what they would be looking for. But we know.
Does not mean you need to put yourself in danger.
It was fine. We are
Kalak
fine.
will actually broadcast to both of you, and he'll say, Nida well behaved, offered water.
Nida will be.
Templar rude. I mean, he's trying Templar rude.
Templar
Like,
rude.
Yes. Templar very rude. Very, very rude.
Nida can place self in danger. Usually, not now. Not now. Nida's fault. For once.
And
And
it
just
looks
smug face at Inala.
it just looks at you like
The Kreen agrees with me.
no. Second part of that.
He agrees with me. I was not in danger. I did perfectly under control.
Roll positive. Do not see yourself out. I do think seems like Kalak really bugs them. Goes into the top 5 tonight. Well done.
Oh man.
Well, it seems like the city is waiting for this caravan. They were not expecting us. And that weirded out the dwarf that I spoke with.
All right, so you're inside the city, or the small town, rather. Anything else you're doing?
As we're like walking around in that, once we kind of make our loop or whatever and go back towards the gate, Anala is going to stay out of sight, but so she can still see Nida, but get as close to the Templars again, but like behind them, so she can overhear what they're saying.
Roll stealth, please. So, Anala, you walk in, watching Nida and Kalak, and stealth should be pretty good for you. It's getting late in the day too, so you've got a bonus to it. It's not high noon.
Actually, I am quite stealthy in the sun because of my Desert Raider.
Right. Oh yes. Yeah.
But I got a nat 20.
Okay. Roll again. Roll again. Roll again. You know my rules.
Okay. Oh, it was a 19. It was one off.
So you rolled a nat 20 and a nat 19?
And then I have 6 on stealth.
Anala,
Vanish.
as you sneak up behind these two Templars, they watch Nida walk away. Their eyes, you can see, they're following. They turn back around. They make a few ribald comments I will not repeat. Inappropriate, but this is who they are. As Kalak, standing close to her, like I said, maybe later. The other one looks over. Caravan should be coming now, soon, yes? It should be. We think the beetles are on that. We must be careful with the inspection. Bezrak is our contact, yes? Keep your mouth quiet, boy. Our name should not be spoken. You overhear this, Anala, no one else.
Excellent.
Kalak and Nida, as you go into the city, anything else you're doing, you see there's an ale house.
Kalak is back with Bach.
My bad. I'm sorry. I thought he went in. Okay, so
Clark's gonna chill out front. Like, I mean, he's happy to be outside and have people be terrified of him while he's hanging out there. Than he doesn't want to be quartered into this.
So Nida is by herself now. You're saying, to be clear, Nida is no. Stop. No, I'm saying Nida is by herself now inside the town, right?
I love how scared everyone gets every time that sentence is clear.
No, I'm making sure this is clear. Like, so Anala's listening, Kalak is outside, the rest of the party is with the caravan, an hour and a half now behind.
Nida's walking a bit away. She's still staying within eyeshot of Anala, because she understands that she's doing something useful, but Nida's also understands that she's probably being a bit of a distraction, which is helpful. And she'll just meander around. She'll essentially making small talk with people, ingratiating herself. It's her job. Her job is to go to random backwater places and offer healing. So
as you ingratiate, you see, again, this is 80% dwarves in this town. And as they move around, several look at you, tall, slender, awkward to them, but nothing threatening, except an alehouse. As you get about 30 yards inside this small town, you see an alehouse to your left and a pair of half-giants standing by the sides of the doors, and they look unfriendly. Not Holton Fett level, but definitely unfriendly, but the rest of the town seems normal.
I will give the biggest, just cute smile towards them. Just, no.
The half-giants?
Very opposite of the energy that they're giving off.
The half-giants.
Yeah, of course.
Roll diplomacy.
Always. Not as good. I only rolled a 13, so that's a 24. And then she just keeps walking, like she's just being sweet and making herself known as a presence. And she's gonna try and find, ask around to a few people, because she's got about an hour and a half.
Yes.
If there's been any major injuries recently, so she would use one of her Treat Deadly Wounds hour-long healing sessions on whoever the populace directs her to.
Okay, yes. As you inquire, you walk a little bit past those two half-giants. You see there's a dwarven woman, and she's got her head in her hands, weeping.
Are you all right?
No, my husband, Gith Raiders, he lies near death, and all I can do is pray to Ro that he will waken tomorrow.
I am a healer. I am a Vidasan of Galana. Can I help? It is my sworn duty to help those who are in need.
She looks up at you with mistrust.
I'm going to reach into my pack and just take out the salves and the medicinal herbs and my kit. Like, please, I can help.
All right then. I will trust you.
She stands up. She opens a ramshackle door, broken wood, creaking. Anala, this is while you're here.
I would make sure that Anala, who I'm assuming, as I've been meandering around after listening to that, is just trailing me.
So you,
Make sure
so Anala, I'll let that happen. So you heard the conversation I mentioned earlier. You've not relayed that to anyone yet, right? All right, but you're following, and you see her approach this door. She's just like looking for someone to help, and she finds this woman, and
The word is trouble. She's looking for trouble.
You're used to this by now. This is just what she does in every town.
so as
Job.
Anala is led through a door,
Wrong one.
You did
as
it
Anala
earlier.
watches Nida led through a door. Nida, it's dark. The sun has fallen now, deep on the horizon. The caravan will arrive within the next hour. And you can hear the groaning. You can smell the scent of blood. There is that copperish stench of bleeding and even infection in the air. You hear the crumbling voice of the wife as she walks behind you.
It was 2 days past. The Gith were everywhere.
You duck your head under a 4-foot-tall doorway.
This must be how Tick feels.
Yeah, exactly. And you see a dwarven man. He lies on a bed that is covered in blood and other bodily fluids. His leg ripped apart ribboned across the right leg, his face scarred like claws that raked across it, and a huge puncture wound in his chest, which is slowly seeping blood. You can see bandages crudely fashioned, an effort to save him, but he's wheezing.
Do they leave the door open?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
She followed behind, like clearly, only eyes on Nida and her husband.
So I'm gonna crouch in the doorway so that I can either lunge inside or stop anyone from coming inside.
Okay. So you step quietly inside the doorway. Sorry, no. You step quietly inside the doorway. You have a chance to look around. You see it's a very humble dwelling. Small bits of pottery, of course, no metal. Tiny little glasses with thimblefuls of water, almost as offering, that sit on tiny altars. And that's all you see.
Looking across this man, like Nida would have an understanding of how much she can do with just medicinal herbs and how much requires her magic. Is he beyond salves and herbs? And
So make a heal check.
it's not a great roll. It's an 8 on the die, so that's a total of a 24.
Okay, stop flexing. All right, so
I made her to do a few things.
he is nigh unto death. Like this is not some sort of medicinal. Give him a salve, something. He is badly hurt.
That is fine because now I have 3 of these. Nida's going to put her hands, one on the puncture wound here and one on his leg. I'm going to start off with just a stabilize cantrip just to keep him stable while I work on the rest of him. So the tattoos along her body begin to glow with the stabilization magic before I use a full conduit heal on him. So the tattoos fully come off the skin and into his body.
And again, that water condensation along those tattoos of Galana, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the total healing is?
31. Well, not 31 points of healing, 31 as the heal check.
Right.
So that's then, I pulled it up because I need to use it as a reference because I'm not good at memorizing. So 1, 5 plus an additional, sorry, healing hands, I'll do it. Plus an additional, my rank's in plane, so an additional 3. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points of healing.
This is a commoner.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
on Tick, not a lot.
yeah, on Tick, no. On this guy, no. So you lay your hands upon him. The healing powers of Galana. The water flows. You see the scars upon his face, those wounds, the shredding of his leg. They are all healed. He cries out, "Ah!" His wife stands behind. She clutches your arms in a tight grip, not painfully, but plaintively, as she sees her husband healed. Anala, you stand in the doorway. You see a few folks are peering in. This blue glow that grew inside the room attracted some attention.
I position myself so I am blocking the doorway. They'd have to go through me to get in there. And I stare down anyone who makes a step towards the door.
Hang on. You see a smallish man. Might be a halfling that's tall, or a human that's short. He has a brown cloak pulled over his head. He looks inside. He takes a step toward that blue glow. When he sees you standing in front, yeah, oh crap, with that look, yeah, okay, like, I'm ready, like, I'm like, whoa. He turns and walks away, but you see he's looking back. As he does so, you see he kind of leans forward and then is gone. All right, rest of the party. As all this is happening, you are rumbling into the small fort of Glamis, and you see Bach, surprisingly, already watering. Kalak stands outside as the two mechalots come to the end of the journey. There is a gleam in Holton Fett's eye. Marius seems almost oblivious. He launches off his kank and runs into the city, clearly gathering supplies, drink, perhaps company. You see Bezrak casting a baleful glare across. All the rest of the folks inside the caravan begin to lock down the mechalots. All the things you've seen happen before with this caravan. They have a nightly routine, and it happens here. They draw up to the same well of water that is brackish, but is being drawn from by Bach. And you see Bezrak. Once he has lashed the whip, cast the baleful glare, cursed, whip the backs. He then moves into the city.
How far away are...
They're right next to you now. Yeah, they're all...
I think you meant us.
Nida?
Oh,
Because
you don't know. They're inside the
30
city.
yards, right?
Yeah,
What's
we were
that?
trying to go in and then come back around when we thought the caravan was coming back.
So I have...
Because that spell, because I did it as a spell.
Yeah, it's all quick, but 2 hours. So let's go back to you then. As you finish this healing, they look up at you. Please, stay the night with us. We will feed. We have water and warning for you. This place is not safe. The Cyclops, they are here.
The Cyclops.
She looks out the windows. Not now. Until the night. Will you take some ale as my husband rests?
I have to. We left some things outside the city, but I can return tonight if that makes you feel more confident.
What do you mean you left things outside? Who leaves things outside the city?
I didn't come. It wasn't just. And I'm going to point to the person crouching in the doorway that I didn't introduce to them. It wasn't just the two of us who came in. Also, he is with me. Do not be alarmed. I know it can look alarming, but
That look is very alarming.
that's what keeps people from messing with me when I am. This is her job, as the healing is mine. She is the Vendari to Magita-san.
She has no idea we just said. That's...
It's fine. She's just trying to spread the word, man.
She shrugs. Fine
She's my
then.
protector.
Fine. But be wary. If you see the Cyclops. Turn away. It is the Hound of the Templars. And Nida wouldn't know, and Nala wouldn't know. Nope. Only Tick and Kalak would know. They encountered this once before. Go ahead.
And Nala is going to beckon her to come, the woman, not Nida, closer towards her.
Hey, Toriana, you can't hear me or you can't hear John? Oh, John's muted. That's why.
No, I was unmuted. I haven't been saying anything.
Yeah. So, are you not hearing me?
Well, if he can't hear you,
Everyone else
then
is
he
saying
wouldn't hear the
Cyclops
question.
and things. So.
Hello?
It's John, Biggie.
Yes. Too many Johns. Wait, no, don't say that. All right.
I think everyone can hear you.
Yeah. Okay, we're good. Right, so as the caravan rumbles outside, Nida, Anala, and Kalak.
Anala was pulling the...
I was beckoning the woman towards me.
Oh, now. Okay, so we're... Yeah. She walks over cautiously.
She tries to look as, unintimidating as possible.
She lifts her hands, in surrender. I won't
and
no
Nala
trouble.
reaches into one of the small pouch that she has on her side and gently takes the woman's hand and puts 2 ceramic pieces in her hand and closes her hand around them and says, "For your offer of hospitality." And then she just backs away.
As you back away, she sees the ceramic coins and there is befuddlement in her eyes. Hospitality? Hey. Your friend came and healed. We gave no hospitality. We were rendered beneficence.
You offered information when you didn't have to. You
She
did us
squeezes.
a kindness just as much as she did you a kindness.
She squeezes the 2 ceramics. Come back and speak to me when you can. I have more kindness to offer. And she surreptitiously looks around, clearly worried about who's hearing this, and she gently closes the door.
And we'll make our way back to the front.
All right. As you see the other 2 mechalots pull up, the argosies grinding to a halt, it is now dusk as Kalak stands beside Bach. Nida and Anala emerge from the borders of Fort Glamis. Lucius, Zephitok, and Tick, you rumble at the front of this guard, and it feels like the essence of portent. First giveaway. If your name pops up, you have not won the sealed, original, not a reprint, original Veiled Alliance module. You will be entered into this giveaway, and we'll roll for it at the end. Chris Bruengal.
And who is rolling for him?
We'll do that at the end. Or should I do it now?
I need to
Might as
put
well.
the names down somewhere to people.
You gave me that look again. Man, I'm getting it all night tonight.
Yeah.
I'm scared. All right, so...
Could be.
all right, so D10 divided by 5. Where's my D10? So you... That's you, Lucius. So you have Chris, Becca. You're rolling for him. We'll do 4 more of those in the next 30 minutes or so. As the caravans rumble to a halt, Party, what are you doing?
Pick will be taking that time to, if it happens during the remainder of the journey or when everyone's kind of bustling out into the settlement and prepping for the inspection, I will be looking for Quinn, as instructed by Bashra, to give him. It sounded like giving him this fruit or this. Unless she was giving that to me, what was she?
I'm not going to repeat. I'm not going to. I said what I said. You figure it out.
Well, she said to go. She said to go talk to Quinn. So either way, I got this thing that she gave me that I'm pretty sure was food, something that from under her seat. But she said to go talk to Quinn, so I will go talk to Quinn, the cook.
You move over to the caravan on the left. And you can see the bustling of all the folks that are preparing for the evening, all the staples of the food, and everything being battened down. As you walk, you see Quen, this emaciated-looking cook. You've seen him before. He stumbles out. He pours a pot of what looks like offal, O-F-F-A-L, not A-W-F-A-L. Awful, like something like from the dredges of into the soil. You again? What do you want?
I'll just be holding that thing, bless my memory, in my hand, so it's obvious what I have in my hand. Don't think it was anything, but anyways, we're holding. I was instructed by Bashra to speak with you.
And he shakes the pot one more time, and some dribbles on your feet. What did she instruct you to say? He looks at that fruit in your hand. Perhaps to give that to me?
I do believe that was partially the intent.
See a bony hand reach out. I will take it gladly.
The other part was for you to help me.
Help you how? Maybe give me that fruit, and I will help you then.
Bashra knows who we're with. And who we're with are to help you. But I need to be healed so I can fight Fet.
One more diplomacy check, Tick. I'm sorry, you're in this place every time. Your worst possible skill. But you're talking to people, dude, so...
I got an 11. It's above a 10 again.
That's not bad.
A nat 11?
Yeah, I have a 0.
Yeah, you have a 0, right?
-1.
A negative 1, so it's a 10. It's a 10.
Yep.
His eyes narrow. You see him start to pull away. Now, I would allow Zephatok or Lucius to be within range to hear this if they wished. I mean, he's outside this caravan, so...
I could use that help.
Lucius,
Go ahead.
Lucius talk.
Yeah, he's
Lucius talk.
Yeah, he's pulling back. He shakes out the last of the offal on Tick's feet and pulls away, not trusting.
Come on.
So Lucius will be there. Is he able to step in?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so Lucius at this point will kind of just... Hello? What seems to be going on here?
Nothing. I'm cleaning out my pots. This oaf interrupted me. I've seen you. You're a friend of Marius, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Lucius will gaze over his shoulder at Tick, just kind of giving him this look what are you doing?
I was trying to give him this fruit from Bashra.
You can give me the fruit, fool.
There's no reason for name calling, is there?
He shrinks, moves aside. No, I'm Good evening to you both. Enjoy the slop. Pray I don't serve it from this pot.
One moment. I think there was something else that he was asking of you. As Lucius is standing there, the evening sun gleaming off of his abs, just wind blowing through his long, luscious, platinum blonde hair.
Roll diplomacy.
Yes, okay. I got like a +9 in diplomacy. There's no point in me rolling. But
No,
yes.
there is. Yes, there is. This guy's already mistrustful, so this roll does matter.
Yeah.
If you have pluses, you might use them.
Well, that was a 16 and I have a +7. So
23.
He stops, shakes the last droplets into the sand. Fine then. What is it you want?
Lucius will look back up at Tick. Do you need help articulating, or do you
Yes,
have
I
this?
need help articulating. I have gift. I need to be healed, so Fet can die. How do you say that?
My friend here.
He brings up a bony finger. I am not a fool.
I do not think you a fool.
So be it.
My friend here.
Your friend, will get you
Me.
killed. He looks you dead in the eyes, Lucius. Wrinkled, old, wizened eyes. Experience in the desert. He looks at you with an earnestness. The first glimpse of earnestness you've seen. He looks at you. This friend will get you killed. He's a fool. That fruit will heal. You eat the fruit. And you're still a fool if you fight Holden Fett. But if either of you can give us what we want. He looks over and glances at 3 or 4 of the folks you've seen moving around, you know are imprisoned here. We can help you find what the Crescent seeks.
And they will, when he mentions the crescent, because that resonates with Tick, and when he mentions the fruit, he'll be like, oh, got it. Put that in my pocket. I am maybe not good with words, but I do much in line of the crescent.
He will look at you and say, those in mind of the Crescent who are not good with words are moisture for the sands.
And let the beak put to good use before I wet the sands.
He leans forward. So Bazrak has gone into the city, as I said, or the town. He's already moved away. Holton Fett followed behind him. Marius already inside. Normal guards milling about. He leans down, making sure no one's looking. If you really want to help, there's something in this wagon. The beetles. A sliding panel beneath the grain. But be careful. It's watched. With that, he steps back. Looks. He's like trembling. he looks up almost, he can't believe what he's just said. He's fearful of how much he has exposed himself. And he steps back with that pot and moves inside the Argosy, leaving Tick and Lucius side by side.
Lucius, are you able to heal me anymore? Or rather not eat this right now?
I think you should probably eat that soon. I need you to go find Talk. I need you to carefully look at me. Look, right here. All but grabbing his face and putting their foreheads together. Like he's like,
I'm looking.
Okay, so before we move any further, will you promise me, Becca, Rory, the new cameras by next week? I gave you
the cables up.
$500 worth of Logitech Brios.
I got the cables up.
I'll send you the cables. Like,
No,
please.
I got them.
I can't keep looking at Becca completely fuzzy. All right. No, I'm saying.
the way I look.
No, I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. Like, oh, all right, never mind. Move on.
Camera and a ring light.
Exactly. Yes. No, but I mean, the camera will fix everything. All right, move on. I did, Greg. I meant it in a good way. I did.
Look, I need you to listen to me and
Right.
understand what I'm saying.
Ryan.
Tonight is important. I need
Yes,
you
it is.
stop talking.
Wow, we're inside of their house now. I can feel it. This is this happened yesterday in their home.
Stop talking. Go find Talk.
And
Tell
then fight.
him what you heard. Shut up. Tell him what you were told. Eat your fruit and keep the mules busy tonight.
But I got a fight to do.
Not now.
Now I go tell Talk, and then I go fight.
The angry Italian hands come out.
It keeps Fett away from all of you if I go fight.
That is not
And
a problem.
Ezrek stays by Fett.
Bazarak is the problem.
Yeah,
Fett,
well, he stays
I'm working on
away
him.
from you.
I'm working on him.
If I fight him, I go tell Talk, and then go fight, and you do what you have to do. If my blood wets the sand to let you do what you need to do, you must understand, it is because of them that I am free. And only because of them that I am free. So if my dumb brain can only fight, then I will wet the sands, and you all can be free of the havoc of them.
Is Tick like kneeling down, or is he just standing at full like height?
I'm like bent down to you, but I'm not on my knees. But I'm like, you know, like a elbow on the knee, kind of like crouching, but still on my feet.
Lucius will grab your face.
Just awkward now.
Do not die. We need you.
I don't know if I do believe you, but I like hearing it. It's just weird on my ears.
On your ears?
Well, she's like right there. The wind from your breath is hitting me. I will not try to die. I fully intend to kill him. But if I do die, at least you have time to do what you need to.
Okay.
But I
all
fully
right.
intend on killing him and eating his brain.
Wait, what? All right, so just because I like to do this occasionally, we're going to pull this up here for the stream. This conversation, so perfectly captured with Tailspire. I love this tool. but you're going to see why I love this tool so much here. At this moment, Lucius talking to Tick. Tick, as he drops to a knee.
John just had to interrupt so that way it wouldn't be so awkward when Lucius kissed Tick.
Does he?
Tick might freak out a little bit.
Does he?
That would probably weird me out if he did that.
Yeah.
If you kiss Tick before you kiss Marius, I'm gonna be upset.
Yeah, I'm like...
That's just not fair to that guy.
No,
That's straight up not fair to Marius.
Look, he's fallen asleep in my lap a couple times.
You know,
today.
we're not serious or anything.
We are friends and just friends.
But you know that we,
Like, guys, come on, you threw me out.
in all that we have said,
Sorry.
in all that we have said, Lucius, if you can seriously provide me with healing, before I need to eat this, at least I fight a little bit longer. But I do know I need to go find Talk and let him know. But you could let him know too.
Still holding your face.
Wait, it's more like,
I have given you all of the healing I can. He pats his face, just kind of a little
Got it.
slap. I have things to go do. I must go talk with Marius. Now
okay.
you go find Talk
Yep.
and kick some giant butt.
Oh yeah. All good. Sounds good, little one. And I'll just take off towards Talk and let Talk know what's going on. Let him know about the panel, about where the beetles are located, and the panel in which they're under, and ask him for healing, because I'd really like to not eat this fruit right now. Ask him for healing. If he does or doesn't, I will then start heading in towards try to find this fight.
Okay, so we need to start sort of reining the stream in to end fairly close here, because I don't want to keep everyone too long tonight. I did say we go a little bit longer, but not like an hour long. So next roll.
I would
Yep.
just like to point out that Pat Draws has a very good point that I should get extra advantage for every snort. That
No, I can't.
excellent idea.
It'd be a lot.
Yeah, I mean, Becca. I have, but no. All right. So, Gronk, are you still in chat? Gronk, if you're still in, you will be rolled for by. Yep, you are. All right. You, John, you have Gronk at KMB. All right.
Get it.
Is roll? Who's rolling?
No, we're not rolling yet. Just like saving it. So, party.
So he came to find Zeph and
Yes.
explain the situation.
Right.
Are we we're parked right outside the fort, which is right next to the fighting rink,
Yeah.
which is also right next to the rest of our group.
Exactly.
The heal-
Yes. Everything you just said is correct. Yes.
We're all right next to each other currently.
Yeah.
Yes. We will say this is a party reunification as the rest of the caravans are moving around, cleaning up space.
Awesome. Do you, as Nida, now two personalities. As Nida, does it seem very much like, oh, if I go anywhere near that, I'm gonna get shuffled off very fast?
Well, Tick will be making his way out anyways after he talks to
Yes.
Zephatalk. I'm going to the pit after I talk to Zephatalk, which is just right over there. So,
Does Clock see Tick?
Yeah. I mean, you're all
We all
together.
see each
Yeah.
other.
You're
We're
all
all just
together, guys.
staring at
All
each
together.
other.
Yes.
Has he already seen me? Has he already seen?
Unless you're like hiding in the sand. Yes.
Dang. Okay.
As soon as we meet back up with Kalak, Anala is going to relay the information that she found out that they are the two guards are looking for, or the Templars are looking for the beetles, and about the
Cyclops.
Cyclops.
So I'm sorry if I said it's Cylops, not Cyclops. It's Cylops.
It definitely sounded like Cyclops.
I might have. So it's Cylops. Cylops.
Got it.
These were seen by Kalak and Tick when they were fleeing Tyr in episode 1. They are giant centipedes. I'll show you a picture next time. I don't have it ready, but they are 6 feet long. They rise up with one eye atop and they have psionic power to track. They are used by Templars for tracking.
Not today, Satan. Not today. Mm-mm.
And if I see Tick going towards the arena, because he's breaking off from everybody else, and she doesn't want to approach the caravan, Nida would move towards the arena, just in the way that she's been casually walking around the entire town for a few hours. She's not being weird.
No, not at all. Okay.
Anala follows closely.
So is it clear that it's like that there's a combat arena that's roped off and people are starting to like mill around towards it?
No one is milling toward you. No one knows yet. No, it's just it's like an empty arena. Again, it's roped off 100 yards. It's used, but infrequently. This is a very, very small town. So Holton Fett is inside still with Bezrak.
Yeah, I'm just following. Tick is an easy person to find. It's like you find the tall friend.
It's easy to find me, and I get to the ring. Can Zephatok do any healing? Okay, so then I just go there and relay. I've already relayed the information to him, so both Lucius and Zephatok know about the beetles, and then when I meet up with any of you, I would very carefully relay any of that information to you and let you know that I am waiting for essentially a half giant that I've challenged for a fight and will cause a distraction.
And to be clear, I just want to make sure I've heard this correctly. No one has followed Bezrak into the city, the town.
No, because I needed that time to talk to the cook.
I'm not blaming. I'm just asking.
No, I'm just saying that's why I have. I haven't.
Yeah. No one did.
No, Lucius,
we wouldn't have known.
We don't know who he is,
No.
so it wouldn't be.
Right.
Us.
Well,
I'm
assuming there's
not
some sort
blaming anyone. I'm just asking. No one followed.
Well, at the point.
Dare you?
At the point where like information gets cross-pollinated,
Yeah.
do we have an understanding of who Bezrak is and his relationship to Holton?
Kalak, Anala, and Nida would have very limited information.
Okay.
Lucius and Zephatok and Tick would.
Okay. We definitely know that there's behind. We know about the beetles being behind a board behind some grain in one of the Argosy.
Correct.
That's now common.
Specifically in the specific
The
Argosy.
left one, yes.
Yep.
Okay.
And Anala and Nida would have shared the name Bezrak through what we heard from the person.
Okay.
And how many people are still left at the caravan? Like is it only like Bezrak went inside?
So Bezrak, Holton, a
and
couple of mules. Yeah, there's all the same routine is happening here. All the outriders, all the humans, the Kanks, they are all sort of setting up, gathering water, protecting perimeter. You see people moving up on sides of the hills, looking for any sign of danger. So it's the same routine they run every night.
Okay.
Well, so then the answer
And
is
then
no.
correct, no one followed.
Okay.
When besides cross-pollinating that information, like John said, I would instantly ask for healing. Being that I've already told you that I'm about to engage in this fight and partially to cause a distraction, and on knowing the outcome, I would ask, like, I am not my full person. Like, I need help. Like,
Yes,
can you
you-
heal me?
Oh, we noticed that you got into a bit of a scuffle.
Yeah, don't mess me up. Can you heal me? I don't
Is
know when
that
this guy's gonna
is
be
that
back.
who you are going to scuffle with tonight?
Yep, no weapons this time though.
You You fight.
Great.
You fight True Giant.
You guys carry on. 1 second.
No, not quite true
Chick
giant.
challenge Giant.
Whoops. Hold on.
No.
Sorry.
He's
Just a
still
little
a
bigger than
half
me.
giant.
Yeah, still
But
just a little bigger.
He is the half giant that we were warned about at the temple.
Yep,
Is he
that's the one.
You think you
Yes.
win? I don't know.
I can
how to say this to
potentially-
you.
I can potentially help you win.
I don't know how to
It
say
needs to
this.
be relatively close to when you fight. It lasts for it would last for a few hours, but
Good.
I can help
If
you stay
I-
up longer.
If I win, that is good. If I lose, you all need to be successful very quickly.
Yes, I will. I will be.
Sacrifice.
we trade you.
Distraction.
We trade you for beetles.
Yes, maybe.
Pick for beetles.
I hope not, but maybe.
Let's not make that assumption, please.
I'm just saying. You better use your time well. I don't want to die for nothing.
Yes.
Do you know when this fight is going to take place?
Nope, don't really know where he went. He went inside the town. That's all I know.
Oh, that was the tall man with the
big
other tall
one.
men.
Bigger than me.
Oh, great! I might
That's
know where
him.
they might be heading.
That's...
There was a tavern in there with other half giants.
Oh, maybe you
seems
can
like
get him
this
real
was safe.
knockered up before our fight then.
Well,
Don't
Well.
necessarily mind that. But if you could heal me now,
yes, and I will.
I'd rather not delay on this one.
Yes, that one's gonna happen right away.
Uh,
Is he looking like he just needs a little bit more, or a lot bit more?
like it's decent to say probably he's moderately hurt. He's
Okay, we'll start with a singular cure light wound.
decently hurt.
So that's going to be where my d8s.
What's this guy? This guy hits like a beast.
D8s 3. Oh, that's 10 hit points back.
Oh, that does it. Yep, I feel good.
We'll start there.
Your
I feel
your,
perfect now. That's all I
your-
needed. I sure did miss you.
your sword I can have.
No.
Yes.
Well, wait. Yeah. What? Do I get it back?
If you live.
I don't trust this guy. But, are you good with it?
I can swing sword.
I don't trust him to not pull weapons out on me. But here you go.
And like, Kalak takes it.
If you don't give this back, I crack your shell again.
Do you have
Yes.
anywhere you can stash
Yes,
a?
yes.
Your
Do you have anywhere you
Kalak's
can
eyes
stash a small weapon?
No,
That is
that's
not
all.
His eyes turn black when you ask him if he's gonna give the sword back afterwards.
Oh,
don't know
you should be
your
color
colors,
coding
I'm pretty
Kalak's
sure I know
eyes.
that one.
Everyone on stream,
You are.
color code Kalak's
I have
eyes.
it.
They mean something.
I am.
Yeah. I will crack your
Yes, yes,
you
yes.
better give it back.
Yes, yes.
I don't know, but I'm going to wait if you want to just knocker him up a little bit in the bar. That would not.
As you're
that's it, where you
talking,
think he's going?
as you're talking, you see Holton Fett comes out.
Too late.
Oh, as soon as I see any like half giant, I
Uh-huh.
don't know what he looks like. I'm just going half giant. I am casting really quickly. Going to cast Shield Other on Tick, and I am walking away.
So tell Tick what he gets as you do this. Holton Fett is preceded by Bezrak. And Bezrak, he swaggers almost obnoxiously. As he sways out, his eyes cast around. I won't even ask you to make a check. He makes eye contact with Lucius and Tick. And there's a
We're not
smirk.
together.
No, but you're in the area.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
he
we're
sees.
Going
Yeah,
to see Marius.
you do not see Marius.
As
You see Bezrock with Holton Fett behind him, and he makes eye contact. Like, you're not.
Lucius
but
is saying that he went to find Marius when we split.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that. All right,
Yeah,
so.
Lucius wasn't part
I'm
of
not in
any
the
of
area.
this.
Oh, so you're inside the town then.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We'll resolve that next time. So you went inside the town. You walked past. Well, actually, so you walked past Holton Fett and Bezrock as they were stepping out without Marius. Do you want to do something at that moment? That was you? Yeah, the yawn was good though.
Sorry.
You're sick. You're drinking tea. No, don't say sorry. You're fine.
Marius, what was the question?
So as you were walking into the town looking for Marius, you saw Holton Fett and Bezrock walking out without Marius. Do you want to say?
I'll make eye contact if I can with Holton.
Sure.
And just kind of maybe walk not directly in his path, but like to where one of us has to like move a little bit. Like not head on to where we have to like, but just to the side, and I will nod at him as we pass. I'm not going to say anything.
Oh, wow. Not one on my die.
No.
Holton. Two more. See, I can't reward snorts. They happen so often. So,
But they're so cute.
They are so cute, but I can't give like pluses for them every time. Like I'm like I love them, but I can't give pluses every single time. It'd be like +1, +1, +1, +1, +1 every.
I have no problem with this.
So as you walk past Holton Fett, make sure he's standing behind Bezrock. As Bezrock saunters forward, Holton looks down at you.
I take that as a not right now kind of a thing, as a warning not to interact with him when Bezrock's there. I just wink at him, give him a little smile, and keep walking.
As you do so, you head further in. You see this inn I described earlier. Two half-giants stand beside it, and there is revelry inside. That seems likely to you where Marius is.
Okay, I'll go in looking for Marius.
As you step in, hey, thank you, Tracy. As you step inside, the rest of the party sees Bezrock, as I said a moment ago, emerging with that swagger, Holton Fett behind, cracking knuckles.
So as they are walking towards the group and Nida and I are kind of walking away from the group, I want to quickly scan the two of them and just locate their pouches that carry any coin or anything like that, if I can see them. And as I walk by, I want to try to swipe the pouch.
All right, so
Nida's not walking particularly far away from the group because she has to stay nearby where this fight's going to be.
right.
Yeah, but he's
so
actively
that
walking.
spell doesn't drop.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so you have that. And then you see Inala. Holton Fett has no pouch, but Bezrock has a substantial pouch. But Holton Fett stands behind him. As he marches forward, there is threat. Now, Holton Fett.
It is time. Let us join, shall we?
As he says this, Bezrock kind of dances forward, looks around. If you wish to make that check, you can. It's dangerous.
Oh, I know.
The girl is so dangerous.
Oh.
No one knows that
I
song. Tracy gave you. You got +2?
2,
Yep.
so that puts me up to 4 then.
Yep.
So
Oh,
I'm gonna
thanks, Renreb.
use all 4.
You're
mine.
stealing Bezrak's pouch of gold?
Yeah, like she's trying
Or
to dance
ceramic
behind the shadows because Bezrak is like he's looking forward to it. He sees that arena. There are people now starting to gather around. Just a handful.
There's another one. There's another one.
If he just got
And
paid off
another
on
one.
Pepper or something-
Oh, let's go. You can add those before you roll.
So then I want to roll with advantage then. Because
Okay,
that'll
yes,
give
you
me
can.
5. I'll
Yes,
cash
you
in
can,
5
yes.
for the
All right.
advantage. Okay. Here we go. That is an 18 and a 19.
Wait, what?
On the
What's
die.
your
it's an
plus?
18 and a 19. And I have plus 6.
25.
You step
Bezrak
forward.
is gold.
Bezrak's eyes so trained as this small squared off. It's a tiny little arena. This is not the arena of Tyr, of Balik. It's an outpost. But it is a testament to the brutality of this land. How are there places for combat outside of every small settlement? This one is a testament to that. As you step forward, you snip a pouch. It falls into your hand. Bezrak is oblivious. As you feel the weight of that sack sink into your hand, he is just moving forward, celebrating what he feels is blood. He sneers as he looks at Tick, and Holton Fett has no view of this.
Kalak is gonna try to get close to the caravan, and he's gonna like broadcast telepathically, like and be really excited. The giants, they fight! The giants, they fight! And to try to like get people's attention.
And I'll use that the crowd coming in to snake my way so I can be close to the edge of the arena with the crowd.
Anyone else?
I'll like make my way back around so that I'm next to Nida, just taking my place as her guardian.
And it's a weighty sack you have in your hands. You can't imagine, like this, you can feel this is more than ceramic. There is metallic coin in this pouch. You have snipped off of Bezrak's hip without him knowing. As he's Go ahead.
As Anala slips in next to her, the attention's away from the caravan. You'll know where they are. And I'm gonna stay there, and that's me telling Anala that she like use this time.
So Anala she'll wait because she just came up to your side. She waits, watches, and when no one's really paying attention to the crowd at all, that's kind of looking around, she'll slip away.
As the two of you slip away.
Nope, I'm staying. I have to stay near the arena.
It's just me.
She's going by herself.
As Anala slips away. Tick, you see Holton Fett more in his glory than you have seen him before. He rises, stretches out his back, his shoulders, and steps into this ring, which seemed to be a combatant ring, but now seems nothing more than a tiny crib to this massive half-giant. He looks over at you.
Time, boy. You asked for it, you have it.
Is he free of his weapons? Is it clear that he's free, or does
You
it
see
look like
he
he might be
has
hiding?
he has no weapons that you can see. I'm not telling you to trust him, But yeah, you see nothing obvious.
Yes, it is time, Tin. Weapon free, right? And I'll just gesture.
Right.
Can I do an intestines?
Nothing is honest. Yeah, okay, go ahead. Make that roll.
I might be a bad roller, but I knew I needed him to say something.
Yeah,
So.
make that roll.
Yes, I'm dead.
Wait,
Nope, he's weapon free.
What'd you roll, Roy?
2?
I so wanted to give you a hint. Crap. Gosh.
I don't trust him nonetheless. I just
Rory,
don't know for sure now.
Can I tell you, I've played this game for 40 years. You are the worst roller I have ever played
help
with.
it.
Or maybe
Your
the
dice
most
included.
honest. I don't know which it is, but like you just cannot roll to save your
4.
life. All right, so for everyone
7.
else behind the scenes, as Holton Fett steps in the ring, he has something strapped on the back of his arm,
yeah.
Yeah,
but it is not seen by
Yep.
Tick as he steps
it.
in. And with that, we end tonight's session.
For the spell that was cast, so that
Yes.
everybody knew what it does, because I sent it to the behind the scenes people. It's going to give him +1 to his AC, +1 to his saving throws, and he will take half of all damage because Nida will be taking the rest of it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You
You didn't
take.
see that coming, did you?
Oh, wow.
See, you shouldn't have told him that. You
Yeah,
shouldn't have
no,
told
it's
him
fine.
that.
I don't do that. I don't change it. That's
no,
awesome.
but that way you just randomly see Nida just fall to the ground.
And around one of Tick's fingers, there is just a circlet of water. And there's a matching one on the opposite side on Nida's.
What the heck? Wow. All right.
The pressure's on, John.
Tick, tell me what you think.
Tell you what.
The
Wait,
evil giggles.
Tracy,
I've been waiting to use that.
for Nida? 3 more +1s for Nida?
Nice.
Nice.
Nothing for the DM? I'm crushed. All right. So
They already know
Tick.
Tick's gonna die, so.
as you step into the arena and we celebrate the incredible artwork of Braun, what do you see, think, or feel stepping into this arena?
Holden Fett is the epitome, the personification, right, of everything Tick has gone through since he was 14-ish, right, and taken into slavery. And although his masters weren't heavy-handed like most of them, they were still slave owners. And although they taught him things, he has always dealt with this oppression, whether it be because he's a half giant, not belonging in society, or whatever the case, right? Just a good old brute. He's always been a workhorse. I mean, it is his name, Tick Resonante. He is a workhorse.
Wait,
And
explain that.
So his
I
last
know what that
name-
is, but no one else knows that. So say it on the street.
so his last
Well,
name
what
is,
it is.
if I'm pronouncing it right, is Resonante.
Rosinante.
And it just means workhorse or yeah. So that's Tick. He's just always been a force of power to be used at the whim of other people in the arenas. And now with Holden Fett, he has this time that he can give back to the Veiled Alliance. He can cause a distraction. And if he soaks the sand with his blood, as long as everything else is taken care of, Tick is happy. But if he gets to kill Holden Fett, that's going to make his day, because then the slavers lose.
Nida.
So that's what he's feeling. That's what he's.
I love that.
That's what he's envisioning.
And you can even say, when I ask this question, you can say like things you see scribbling through the sand, things you see flying through the sky. Nida, what do you think, feel, or see as this happens?
Nida sees that determination in Tick and seeing him kind of carry himself with purpose, and feels that sliver of connection between them that she's maintaining as he steps forward, feeling almost his heart beating as her heart beats, as their vitality is now fully connected. And there's worry and there's obvious like internal panic, but as she's watching this, she knows that this is a necessity. This is something that we need in this moment. He is doing his job, I am doing mine, and right now Anala and Lucius are doing theirs.
Nice.
And for the first time, this group is acting like a team.
It is, yeah, well, so well said. I'm feeling it. Anala, same question. Thinking, seeing, or feeling in this moment?
As she walks away, she's feeling rather proud for being able to snag this this pouch off of somebody who they are not fond of, and is very focused on finding where these beetles are and seeing if she can put what her plan is into motion and see if she can actively, at will, call upon something that she's never tried to do at will before.
Nice. Kalak.
More than anything, I think Kalak is feeling pretty proud of Tick, just as his clutchmate, knowing that his clutchmate was bested and that his clutchmate is trying again, but being very resigned to the fact that he thinks it's very foolish, very, very foolish, very foolish, that if it had been Kalak, he would have chose a different type of challenge. Like a foot race or catching prey, or he's just confused that like he got super dominated and he's going to choose that one again.
Extra room.
And then just like satisfied with kind of how in sync he and Inala are. Like he sees her coming towards the caravan at the same time that he's trying to get people to leave it, so that he can also focus in on the beetles. But he's just satisfied that he's a part of this clutch, that appears to be working together. And despite everyone's denial about who's the leader and who's giving orders and how the hierarchy is what it is with our group,
yeah,
and all the sleepers are in denial about it. And Kalak is kind of happy that it seems like we're finally coming around.
I love that. Lucius.
Hoping that Tick doesn't die. Hoping that Holton doesn't die either, because there's some hope there for him.
Mm-hmm.
I know probably the rest of the team is like, no redemption, kill him. But I'm like, no, friend. But also hoping to find Marius and get some information out of him. Like something that's going to be useful and helpful.
Which could be very helpful, no doubt.
So.
As Tick and Holton step beyond the ropes, the last rays of Rawl fading. A small crowd, nothing like the roar of the arena that Kalak and Tick enjoyed in Tyr, screams out. And when we begin next time, we have many stories to pursue. And tonight we end Blue Box, episode 15, chapter 15 of Sea of Dark Sun. Great job, guys. Well done.
Tears of Sea of Dark Sun.
All right, so
Yes, we were all crying by the end of the game.
yeah, I know. I'm just like I'm wrecked. But good. I'm so proud of you guys. Like this role play is amazing. So well done.
We have more people to draw, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
3 more, right?
Yes.
Okay. So next is Boba Kiln. And we'll send that to Kalak.
Nope. Try again.
I already got Grunk.
Oh, my bad.
That's cool.
Wait, what's? Oh, so yeah, I'm sorry. It's for this, the Veiled Alliance, sealed set, original, not Lightning Source reprint. This is actual original content, and so that's already set. So that goes
It can go to Ashlyn, Rory, or me.
Let's send that to you, Amanda.
All right.
I have faith in Tick.
Next is
Thank you.
Mike, Necromantic DM. Let's send that. I'm glad that didn't go to you, Amanda. Let's send that to Ashlyn. You got Mike. And then for Tick, Captain Redbeard. So everyone pop in the chat. Let us know you're still here.
Mike's there, just waiting
Captain
on...
Redbeard. Where you at?
He is OG Redbeard.
Is Gronk.
Grungle, are you still here, Chris?
If please be here, Redbeard. He's like one of our first viewers. Like he's been here for 4 years.
Oh.
Sweet.
I actually don't see Bova
Brungal is.
either.
So Brungal is,
Brungal
but
was
not.
one of them. Right? He's here.
Yeah, Brungal's
You got
here.
your 2 special die going, Grungle.
All right, let
And
me
Gronk
roll
is
Redbeard
here.
again. Hang on.
And so far we haven't seen Bova pop in either.
Okay, all right. So Barry
Barry.
would replace Boba.
Okay.
And then Natasha, of course, she's always here.
No.
I'm sending more stuff to. All right, I love it. Make the rolls. Let's start with you, Tick.
Do I have Natasha?
And stream MVP vote will be up. We'll keep it quick. Like, just give us like a 5-second why you should be stream MVP. I don't want to take too much time because we've got to get this over tonight. But you guys have been awesome. Go ahead, Tick.
I know someone said they have faith in me. All you can do is have faith that I'll roll low. I got a 4 and a 6.
Oh, God. You're going to need to get to the edge of this arena so I can give you aid.
He
And
said
then
all
I'll
the
bless
healing
you,
I want.
and it's just going to be all the support spells.
Ashlyn.
Well, Ashlyn played 2 people today.
But she has one. Yeah.
Yep, instead of just me. And then Nida got to actually do her job that she's been supposed to be doing this whole time. Did it very well and is potentially going to be protecting Tick from dying.
She truly did.
Protecting herself from dying.
And the roll is?
That's going to be a 13 is the higher.
Anala.
And all should be stream MVP for successfully stealing from somebody and protecting Nida.
A big old pouch. A big one. Like that's, yeah.
And making a friend and not being intimidating.
Yes.
She made a friend.
I made a friend.
This was like, Amanda, this was one of your best episodes yet. You killed it tonight. Well done.
So that is a 17 and an 8.
Okay, 17 stands high. Kalak.
Kalak should get stream MVP because he successfully stole the sword from Tick.
I will break your shell again.
And it just collected a bunch of support stuff today. Backed up Nida, being scared. He was scary. I got to finally wield weapons and all. Like I have enough weapons for all of my arms. So that felt good too. So my rolls
One roll.
Oh, they're no. Oh, is Gronk not a sub? Oh no. Okay, hang on. Let me re-roll then. You would have won, buddy. By the way, if you had been a sub,
Oh no!
you totally would have won. I got a 15.
All right. Last but not least, you, sick girl, fuzzy camera girl.
Keep picking on me. See what happens. Lucius should win MVP because he allowed others to take the stand today. Because he had a kind of a moment with Tick where he grabbed him by the face and was like, listen, do not die. You will survive. And then threatened to kiss him, but
I will survive.
I will survive.
So,
Can you sing that?
North promotes. What was that?
All right. Make that roll.
Yeah, we got a 20. Nat 20. I win.
What? Let's
Would
go!
you like to see? I can pick up the computer and
No. The complete trust. All right, team. As we conclude this fun night tonight, we're going to kick off next time with the party on the verge of Fort Glamouril, 1 day from the Red Obelisk. Bezrak and Holton Fett, like, pushing against the team, struggling, wondering. A betrayal from the party to the party of what's happening inside one of those caravans. And Tick standing toe to toe with, honestly, let's just say,
A big bad man.
Probably not really, but
no.
the best piece of art ever.
He is standing toe to toe with Gerald Brom. And as you stand toe to toe with Gerald Brom, I fear for you, my friend. And with that, blue box.
Who won stream MVP? I
Wait, it's
I must know.
that's
It's
still
still
going.
going?
Still going.
Wait, no.
Vote.
Wait, the question, we got a question to ask everybody.
Oh yeah, let's do the thing.
Well, who could do
Do
the
the
thing? So Manda has been quiet tonight.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
So because of that, I would like to ask John to ask the question.
Me?
He's terrified of you, Amanda.
I have those eyes,
Yeah,
those little, yes, I go,
So, if you are a sub and you let your sub lapse, or if you're watching this enjoyable stream and you appreciate all the super high quality stuff that John is putting together, including physical miniatures in conjunction with Tailspire stuff, and you're not following, like, I mean...
or the role play, the frickin' role play. These guys are awesome.
Then there's us, right? So if you're not doing these things, we have one question for you, and we might say it in sync, but I doubt it, but we will try our best, and there's something funny and comical when we don't, so it's cool. Ready? All right. If you're not doing those things,
What are you doing? Give us a follow, give us a sub, and the stream MVP, oh, it's done. And Nala, what the?
Yes, yeah, there's no question.
Oh, you crushed it, Anala. All right, you have won stream MVP. You can't hide your face. Enjoy it. Well done.
Give them XP.
Snipping that pouch. Snipping that pouch off of Bezrak. I think that was the thing tonight. So,
Dude, feed it to Bach or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, we
I don't
got
want
it.
your money. I just
right.
want you to not.
Yeah, just want you to not have it.
So we'll be back full power next week. We'll have Josh back, and we have a good stream tomorrow night for LMA. Tears of Air will be back on Sunday. We have Friday Night Crusades on Friday. So it's going to be so much good thing happening for us.
And we have Vassin on actually
oh,
we have
Vassin,
Friday.
yes.
We
Yeah.
have Vassin Friday this week.
Oh, no FNC?
Maybe, but we're doing a special because it's Friday the 13th. It's spooky.
Okay.
And we're missing our following one because our evil DM is going to be away at a convention. So
And as we raid, raid. Oh, sweet Katie. Good
there we
friend of
go.
our stream. Let's raid her. Give us 10 seconds. The final view here is Holton Fett and Tick. And the weapons are not there. The sword is gone. The claws are gone. But they stand in the arena, ready for next week. Good night. Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Everybody get rest.
We have to learn grappling. Yo.
Yes, it's going to be next week. And we got to get the perception system up too. I'm so tired of the old school perception. It's a mess.
Yeah.
That's the second time Kurt has spelt my name as Ilana.
Ilana.
Instead of Nala.
Everyone gets everything wrong here. That's Blue Box. Good night, guys.
First time in like forever that Ashlyn actually got the names wrong.
Oh, Ashlyn got them wrong?
The first time it happened,
Oh!
Ashlyn, she said
That makes me so happy. I feel so much better. If
I'm not.
Ashlyn gets them wrong, I'm not that bad.
I'm sorry, it took me how many episodes to get it wrong?
15? 15?
Uh-huh.
You're the one that
actually
came up
track
with
it
all these
every
names.
episode.
Yeah, you
I have
created them
track.
though. So like, I don't get Blue Box wrong ever, Ashlyn.
Okay.
I don't get Holton Fett wrong ever. I get my creations correct every time.
Oh,
The
no, you
level
did
of
not.
petty is too damn high.
I'm the petty king.
No, you don't, Cyclops.
My daughter,
I have-
she's like, Dad, that's a dress, not a skirt. Like, okay, I get it. Like,
The amount of times I have gone through streams to do recaps, and you have said one name away at the beginning and changed it halfway through 3 times, and then I'm sitting there going, okay, which is the right name here?
Okay, so as we conclude tonight, Amanda hates me, but I love her. Good night, guys.
Love you.
everybody.
Becca's calling you, John.
John.
Yes,
Which John?
Birchfield.
yes,
Night.
Can you hang out for a second?
sure.
Okay.
All right, that's daunting.
Amanda, you can hang out too if you didn't want to leave. That's fine.
I was right in the middle of responding.
So I want to give you guys ample time because I'm a planner, and planners plan. But starting in January, I need to not be part of Blue Box streaming anymore. I'm going back to school full time, as well as working full time and getting a second job casually. So I don't feel like I'm going to be able to give the stream ample attention, and it kind of breaks my heart to say goodbye, but I need to say goodbye. I want to give you guys a heads up to find someone to replace me.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
And
I feel like I want to cry right now because
nothing
I
but
love it.
love. Nothing but love for you. I mean, Becca, you're amazing.
Those put all the hate on me. It's okay.
No, I've been so amazed by you. Yeah, I probably shouldn't say much more because I'm pretty emotional right now, but yeah,
I'm sorry.
No, I get it. I mean, I support you fully, and I love it, and I'm happy for you, and I'm just glad that we've been able to play together, and I'll remember your songs always.
Good, and my snorts. And also, just know, in like 20 years, when you need to go into old folks' home, I can take care of you.
Well, she gave you 20 years.
Whoa, the shade is like, what? All right, I'm just gonna go whimper and lay down in the side room here. Good night, guys.
Sorry, I did not cry. Good night.
No, it's okay. Love you guys. Good night.
Love you.